We live? Y'all can hear me? Oh, what's going on, chat? I know this isn't typically how we do things, but we're gonna do things a little different today. First off, welcome to the panel. This is just another day in the office, and we decided to give you guys a big surprise. Y'all see the title of the show, a big treat today. You guys have been so loyal. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been, well, the best chat in the world. So we decided to do something special for you guys. I know you guys like, I don't want to hear Ron yap. Ron, what are you doing? Is it just you today, Ron? That's the surprise. Y'all only got me. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. We brought the whole gang today. And we brought the whole unit. Swiper, Chill, Ox, ZZ. What's up, fellas?
What's back?
We living, man.
Yeah, we here. Fact. PC weekend, baby.
Let's get it.
In fact, the whole crew here today.
Chat. We've only been here for a night, but when I tell y'all I already got a lifetime worth of stories for y'all, and I'm ready to crack them open right now and feed you guys. But today, this is what we're gonna do. We got 30 franchises in the NBA. Some good, Lakers. Some mid, Nuggets. Some terrible.
Bro, don't play with me.
All right, hey y'all, Ox ain't in the mood today, so I'm gonna leave Ox alone. Plus, Ox and Chill right here. I don't want them to do me like Alan L today, you know. But today we're gonna go through all 30 franchises and talk about who is the best player that has ever wore a jersey for that franchise. Y'all ready for that?
Let's get it.
Okay.
Understand the difference, Ron. You could be a better player than somebody and wear that jersey, but you ain't the best player for that franchise.
Yeah.
Two things ain't the same thing. Just because James played for the Lakers, does that mean he the best player to ever play there?
Wait, hold on. We going by best season or best person to touch?
Best
Touch the outfit.
greatest career
The best
in that
player
jersey
to ever play for this for that franchise.
Yeah.
When it's over and when it's done, this dude's the best player to ever play here.
But Chill though, you know it's still gonna be some people that have LeBron as the greatest Laker of all time.
There's no way that they can.
Who?
There's no way that they can. No way.
That's not possible.
Hey, chat, just send this emoji. Raise your hand if you got LeBron as the greatest Laker of all time.
Nobody. I swear to
Put
God.
your damn hand down, please.
Oh,
I'm a James dude. Anybody know me? No, I'm a James guy, but I cannot with a straight face say James the best player to ever play for the Lakers. No, he ain't.
Yeah.
Well,
Chamberlain.
then we're gonna get to some people that played for teams though that had like very limited sample size that we all think is the best player in the air ever to touch that jersey.
But
So, but
keep going.
so if that's the case, then like, so we can't. What about Miami?
That's what I was about to say.
Well,
Miami is
I'm
an
glad
interesting
you
one.
brought that up because when you think about the Miami Heat, you think about who was there to long because
Yep.
longevity matters. It ain't just,
does.
yo, you nice and you play and you was awesome for this franchise. Like, how long were you there? What did you do while you were there? How much did you affect that franchise while you were there? I can appreciate the James logic. I don't know if y'all noticed, but they building a statue of Dwayne Wade outside the arena.
Exactly.
But Bron got more action in Miami than he does in LA.
He does, but when you look at Chill's point about longevity, Wade County is what they called it for a reason.
Okay.
So you factor that in, him getting his own statue, winning the NBA finals at 24, averaging 35 a game. I mean, he's got his own weight over there.
Right.
You could say James was the best player
Mm-hmm.
for the Heat, but best franchise player, I'm gonna go Wade.
well,
So
the
who's-
best player for 2 seasons.
Well, then
You remember Dwayne Wade was the best player that first season, and then Ray Allen
Well,
saved him that last.
So how are
season.
we how are we reconciling Toronto then?
It's Kawhi.
we gonna get there. I think that's gonna be the most controversial one is Toronto. I think Orlando too. That's gonna get real controversial, and maybe Dallas.
Shit,
I
man.
know, guys. I know. I'm telling you, chat. Just raise your hand if it's
I'm right
not.
behind you.
Hey,
I'll
if the
show up
goat
at that
in
door,
Dallas,
right behind you.
if the goat in Dallas is not a 7-footer, just raise your hand. Look,
Put your
look,
hand-
we got.
Yo, JD,
Hey, there's people in here.
JD.
Hey, I don't care. I don't think you guys know. We had to keep running the Factor Mills ad. We had to keep re-recording it because JD kept wanting to say Luka's the GOAT in there. And so, like,
We had to go from the top.
yeah, we had to keep running it back. But chat, we here. We live and in full effect. It is PC weekend. Appreciate you guys for being here. Y'all already know the drill. Like the video, subscribe, become a member, and keep going, chat. Let's get into it, fellas. We're gonna start with the Boston Celtics. Yeah, we're gonna start strong right from the top.
So who the
Well, who? Yeah, just going in like
Yeah.
in order?
I'm gonna go around the room. I'm gonna ask each and every one of you guys, and then we're gonna come to the consensus on who it is.
Yep.
Best Celtic.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, it's
You got the green on, Swiper. That's why I started with the Celtics.
right. Facts. It's definitely Bill Russell. It has to be Bill Russell if that's the case.
I wasn't expecting that one.
I mean, because he could make a longevity argument, well, then he has longevity, championships, MVPs, best defender ever, coached the team, most important Celtic ever. He's for sure the most important Celtic ever.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how you make an argument for anybody else. I mean, I think Larry Bird is a great option. I think Larry Bird maybe had the highest peak, like for a 4-year run or something like that. But
even then, you can make the argument for Bill Russell. Like I'm on record saying that. You know, he averaged 20 and 20 in the playoffs for 4 straight years.
right.
20 and 20 is ridiculous.
Both y'all had the opportunity to choose the right guy, and y'all both failed.
Who else is it?
Paulie.
Who?
Paul who?
Paulie
It's
who?
Paul Pierce, bro. It's Paul
Why
Pierce.
is it Paul Pierce, Ox?
Come on,
Because of his IG lives.
Look at Paul Pierce.
Shut the stream down. Come on. Hey, we need to go back to virtual.
Y'all know Paul Pierce, man.
Why is it Paul Pierce, Ox?
Because he played in the toughest time for that team. You know what I'm saying? The early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like Kobe, D Wade, Vince, T Mac, all the competition at Carmelo, LeBron.
Okay, Bill Russell played against segregation, racism. Oh, my bad. Wrong thing, my fault.
Wait, keep going.
No. He right.
Yeah, we being dead.
Oh, you being serious about Paul Pierce?
We being dead ass serious.
Is Paul Pierce even better than man? No,
So let me ask you this question, Ox. If you line up, if you line up all the Celtics, okay, you can with a straight face tell me he better than Bird for what he did.
I'm gonna go
better than Bird.
I'm gonna go Paulie, Bird, Russell, then get to JT.
Are you basing
JT?
I'm talking about,
Why is he even coming up in this conversation? You got Bob Cousy, you got Kevin McHale, you got Havlicek, you got Robert Parrish.
But we don't even need to go into all them.
Hey, we ain't even talking about Antoine Walker, and you bringing up Jason Tatum.
Let's stick with the top dudes though.
Let's just stay with the top
it's
dudes.
between Paulie and Bird.
But what's Paul Pierce's argument over Bird?
Yeah.
Just being better.
You don't believe that though.
So this is strictly as a baller. That's what you're going with.
Okay.
What does that mean?
You're talking about straight hoop.
I don't care about all the other stuff.
But Larry Bird better hooper than Paul Pierce.
He is.
100% he is. Hell yes, he a better hooper.
He got a better
Larry
twang
Bird,
than him. He got a better jumper than him.
Than Paul Pierce. If we,
Better passer.
I know you. I know you.
Better rebounder.
If we talking about just straight ballers, right? We ain't talking about the franchise. We ain't talking about what you did for the franchise. We're talking about strictly rocking, lace them up and rocking. Bird nicer than Paul Pierce in everything.
It's close.
No, it's not.
Hey, Larry Bird to make Paul Pierce admit that Dwayne Wade actually is better than him.
That would be a lot.
He'll make it.
That would be a lot.
All right, hey, yo, ZZ, who you got?
Man.
I say, chat. This y'all man right here. Okay, yeah, chat. This y'all very own right here. You the people's champ, right?
No, for me, I got Bill. Just based off of greatest Celtic ever. He's the first person that comes to mind. Second person that would come to mind is Larry. Just based off of, like, you could say him helping save the NBA for his era. They both played in tough eras. But for me, Bill, I mean, 11 championships, was it 5 MVPs, went toe-to-toe with Wilt a ton of times and won. Paul Pierce.
When would you even get to Paul?
Yeah, when would you get to Paul Pierce?
What do you mean?
Like, where would he be?
When you're talking about the pantheon players in the Boston Celtic history, where does Paul Pierce rank? And I need you to be honest with me. Was he better than Havlicek?
Yes, for sure.
Was he better than Robert?
Hold on, no, this isn't better. This isn't, because if that's the case,
the
look,
best Celtic, right?
yes, the best Celtic.
Boston Celtics. Was he better than John Havlicek?
Yes.
I want to let you know that John Havlicek played 16 years for the Boston Celtics. When he retired, this is how many people in NBA history scored more points than him when he retired. 5. That's it.
That's fine.
So then we can talk about Bill Russell, who in 1980 was on the front cover of Sports Illustrated. They had him based as the numero uno player all time in NBA history in 1980. They thought he was the best player in NBA history. This is the same dude that played for the Celtics. Larry Bird, 7 times in 9 years, 1 or 2 in league MVP votes, playing for the Celtics. Like he wasn't traded anywhere else. We're talking about this the same Boston Celtic team. It's the same Boston Celtic with Larry Bird, with Kevin McHale, with Robert Parrish, with Bill Russell, Havlicek.
Bro, Paul Pierce wasn't even a top 3 small forward in his own era, so I'm not even doing this. I'm not doing this.
We don't got to turn this into a Paul Pierce. Like
You brought him up. You brought him up
because
okay.
he deserves to be talked about.
You the one brought him up.
He deserves to be talked about in this conversation.
And I ain't saying that he deserved to be talked about in this conversation, but you talking about the dude like he nicer than what he really was. Paul Pierce was nice. I won't fight that, Ox. I will not fight that.
If Paul Pierce would have had some of those teams that Larry Bird had,
that's the same thing Paul Pierce was saying about Wade and LeBron.
Right.
If I had
it's
Bosh,
true. These are facts.
He had
These are
Kevin
facts.
Garnett.
you had Kevin Garnett,
who was a better
Ray
player than
Allen,
him.
If it
Ray
wasn't-
John
if it wasn't
Rondo.
for KG, if it
like,
wasn't for KG's meniscus and Kendrick Perkins, he would have three-peated.
here's my thing
He
with
would've
Paul
three-
Pierce.
I think they would have wanted him back.
So Kobe Bryant had
On
already tore his
Kevin
Achilles,
Garnett's
huh?
He would have
On Kevin Garnett's back.
He would have three-peated.
Yeah,
He would have three-peated, and y'all would have showed him more.
on
love right
Kevin Garnett's back.
now.
You agree
How
with that?
come he was the Finals MVP? How come he had to go?
How come?
How come
Because
he
of
had to go
scoring
out
bias? He wasn't better than KG in them series.
So how come he's strapped up? It's Bean,
Who he
it's me and
strapped?
you. It's me and you.
Who
Bean.
he strapped?
It's me and you. Bean.
Who he
And
strapped?
Who won?
Who
Who
he
won
strapped?
that? It was Paulie versus Bean, and Paulie won.
So we're gonna leave out Kevin Garnett dominating Pau Gasol and that.
That's
NBA
between
Finals.
them two. That's between them two. Paulie, that was Paulie and Bean going at it. Paulie won.
I don't want to I don't want to discount who Paul Pierce
That's
was.
what you're doing.
No, I'm not
That's what
discounting.
you're
No,
doing.
what I'm not doing is I'm not making him a bigger deal than what he is, and that's what you doing. That's what's going on right now. You making him a bigger deal than what he is. Paul Pierce.
Are we downplaying him, no chill?
No, he's the all-time leading
Ain't
scorer in
nobody-
Celtic history.
Okay.
He's the all-time leading scorer in
No,
Celtic
But you ain't even
I-
but you ain't even know that though.
I didn't know that, but I wasn't gonna say
Longevity award.
I won't argue that. No, I won't argue that.
Was he a better scorer than Larry Bird?
No.
Okay, then there's not even
No.
this.
Well, here's my thing though, because I got Larry Bird, and I'm surprised that we went around the room and I'm assuming. Because Mars is a Bill Russell stan, but I'm saying like if we were to do a survey of 100
Bill
people,
or Larry.
if we were to do a survey of 100 people,
Yeah.
I think Larry would get at least 45% of the votes.
if not more. I think Larry would probably get most of the majority.
I gotta tell you this, he gonna get more than Paul Pierce.
100%. He would.
100% he would get more than
And
I'm just saying like, chill,
Not that at all. You know?
that's the great white hope.
yeah,
And he delivered too.
And
It
he
wasn't a
delivered.
given.
Nah, for real.
It's not like it was just the great white hope and we was just pushing this dude to be a bigger deal than what he was. Bird was really that dude for real, for real. So, I mean, Paul Pierce, he's in the pantheon of great Celtics. I won't argue that.
Pantheon, I mean, like Mount Rushmore?
Like so what is he number 3 then to you?
Man.
So you
I
got,
don't think he was better than Havlicek. I don't. I
Or
don't.
McHale.
No, Mikal neither.
Those
I
four.
love Kevin McHale. He's one of my
Yeah.
favorite power
Yeah,
forwards.
post player.
But,
Sure.
nah,
Russell.
McHale, Havlicek, all of them.
Those are the four that I'm thinking about.
Well, okay, now how
It's
about,
other finals MVPs that you're not respecting as well, but
How about Bob Cousy?
Ron, we ain't doing that because if I got to do that, then do I got to put Andre Iguodala in the pantheon of players that played for the Golden State Warriors?
I mean,
hell no, you don't mean
Nah.
nothing. Hell, I ain't doing that.
hey, he got 4 of them.
Oh my!
Hey, look, check it out. If we were to do that for the Warriors, and you were to say Steph, Clay, Dre, and if he went in over KD, I wouldn't be mad at you. He got a Finals MVP and he got 4 rings over there.
You know Chamberlain played for the
Yeah, that's what I'm about to
I
ask.
just want to make sure that you know that Chamberlain played for the Warriors too.
How many rings did he get with the
Oh,
Warriors?
so this is about championships.
Are we talking about the greatest? We're not talking about the best players. We're talking about the greatest players.
Right.
Iguodala got a dynasty over there.
Wait. We talking about the best players for that franchise.
That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But you trying to change it to we're talking about the greatest, like the biggest legacy. Like, I'm talking about straight hoopers over there but it has to have some time over there. Like Bron can't get it for the Lakers because he ain't put in as much work as Magic, Cole,
Jabbar.
Kareem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shaq?
But it's not about the Shaq. Thank you. It's not about the legacy. It's about who's. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can mix some of that.
That's what I'm saying. Iguodala put in work for it. Yo, it wouldn't be no
Andre-
dynasty up there in the Golden State without Iguodala.
Andre not even in
It
this
would-
conversation though, right? For the best player to play for the Warriors, he's not in this conversation.
Do you fight that, Ron? If you think about the pantheon,
Yo, we got 29 of the teams to get to. We yapping out Andre Iguodala.
that's what
Ron,
we
this
doing
crazy,
right now.
bro.
So y'all really not respecting the Finals
No,
MVP?
we talking
No,
about the
it's not-
tippity
Ron,
top, the
look,
top of the
Ron,
top.
But take a nap. Yo, Jetty, come sub in.
Brian, let Let me tell you why I don't respect Andre Iguodala's finals. I respect it, but I don't respect it as much as like someone else's. Like for me, that 2015 series, me watching that shit live and seeing that Steph Curry was the only player on the Warriors to average over 20 and he averaged 26. So I've always said, you take away Steph Curry from that team, they don't win. Now Iguodala got that finals MVP for LeBron having a 48% true shooting
missing
percentage or
jumpers.
whatever. Yeah.
But
He missed
Steph
the jumper
Steph
for a
didn't guard LeBron.
Right, but Steph
Draymond didn't guard LeBron
for guarding him.
Clay didn't guard LeBron.
Guard LeBron either.
He tried. Like,
How you
did-
average a dang near
did-
30-point
did nobody
triple-double
else
and then
want to?
you get an MVP? That's crazy to me. So you get credit for me missing jumpers because my legs are dead. 'Cause I'm carrying Timothy Mozgov, and then I averaged a 30-point triple-double.
So you don't
And then
think
that's my fault.
Andre Iguodala's defense had anything to do with LeBron?
I mean, yeah, but it was also Draymond backline. It was also Clay on the other side.
In their careers. 'Cause I'm talking about from Philly to all these years. Who has guarded LeBron better than Andre Iguodala?
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, okay, except for Kawhi.
Okay.
Ever? Oh, like ever?
Yeah, there was that time I seen Thaddeus Young get on him too.
all right, y'all.
But besides Kawhi,
Man.
who's
Wow.
guarding him better than Andre Iguodala?
Like
For real.
ever?
Ever? Yeah. Who's guarded him better than
Shit, the
Kawhi?
Spurs in 07, they just let that
Yeah.
man
Ball did
shoot.
a good job. On
Right. Yeah.
Yo, we gotta move on to the
Oh,
next.
now we got to
team,
move
though.
on. He got Andre Iguodala. Now we got to move on.
Yo, the point I was
No,
trying to
no,
make
let's
is
move on.
if you could bring up
Let's
Paul
move
Pierce, I could bring up
Ox,
Andre
Tell
Iguodala.
him. Let's move on.
If you could bring up Paul Pierce, I could bring up Ig.
Who's the next team?
The next team that we got,
Charlotte Bobcats?
So we only did Boston. Boston only got
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
the next team we got is the Atlanta Hawks. Chill.
That's Pistol.
It's not getting a little cold in here, y'all.
Bro, please, bro.
Yo.
Put the jacket on.
I'm trying to put a jacket on. It's getting cold in here, y'all.
You even gonna insinuate something like
Yo, yo, Cheerio, bring me my mink.
So you going with Dominique or
That's easy for me.
Dominique?
Easy for me.
So just based on the fact he played there that many years.
Longevity matters when you're talking about being an all-time great for a franchise. That's number one. Number
But was he better than Pistol?
yes.
how long did he play?
You
for
think
the,
he was better than Pistol Pete?
Pistol
Yes,
was
I
How long did Pistol P play for the Hawks?
How many years ago?
4. I mean, I'm
Yeah, it wasn't like a long time.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that's gonna be enough.
4 or 5.
That wasn't his fault though. I mean, it was just like situational. But
It's
I mean,
one of those-
Dominic's
one of
fine.
those situations where you could say, I think Pistol Pete's a
Better player. Yeah.
You know.
I
love
don't think Pistol Pete a better player than Nick, though. That's the difference.
Okay.
Like you don't think from a career from start to finish. Man, I don't know, bro.
Wait.
From college on, bro, Pistol Pete was crazy.
Okay,
He was. I'm saying he was just he was ahead of his time though.
I won't argue that.
Like
I
if he was in the 80s,
yeah, I won't argue that. Pistol Pete was the show, 100%. Pistol Pete cared about the show, and Pistol Pete 100% was the show. But first of all, let's be clear, ZZ.
Mhm.
The human highlight film, that's not a self-proclaimed
Right.
name. Like he didn't just
He
come up with
dunked.
that, right? That was something that was earned.
he was a Jason Richardson of the Hawks.
But that's what I'm saying. Cats only think that Neek was out there dunking. Chill.
No, he was
They
not.
didn't. Y'all don't
No,
know.
he was not.
Hey,
Swipe, he averaged
Neek had the
28
full
games
package
for 9 years.
that was great.
He averaged 28 a game for 9 years.
That's great.
That's almost 30 a game for a decade.
I thought you was gonna say Bob Petty.
I think
I
Bob
thought you
Pettit
were gonna say
deserves a
Bob Pettit. He played
conversation
in
too.
St. Louis though, so I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's
That
the
don't
Hawks.
count? Is that so? So if we doing that, then we got to do the same thing with Oklahoma City and Seattle, and we ain't doing that.
Hold on, wait.
We haven't got there yet.
We're not bringing up Seattle in this episode.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
No. Like
Right.
we are not
At
mentioning
all.
Seattle at all.
Right. That's
Why
what I'm
not?
talking about.
But Ox, don't do this.
Why? I'm serious. That's a real question. Why can't we? Why, they're,
Because
they're, about to be back though, and then they're gonna get their history back.
Yeah.
too.
Wait, who's
They talk
Seattle?
about we gonna grant y'all history back.
That was crazy.
So what? Okay, see y'all just gonna steal our history. You know what? Chill. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call myself Chilltown Hoops, and everything that you did, all your TikToks and all of that. Now that's me.
No, I'll take it a step further than that, Ron. What I'm gonna do, Big Ox, I'm gonna steal your house. Right? I'm gonna take your house and I'm gonna move it to the other side of town with all the furniture in and everything.
Well,
But when you get a new house,
Uh-huh.
you can come get your
you
furniture.
know,
and all that.
sometimes if you don't take care of your house, you lose it.
No.
That's true, Seattle.
But you don't get to
Not
take
y'all.
my credit.
Ownership.
But anyway, as far as Neek, I mean, averaging 29 a game, 28 a game for a decade, averaging 29 a game in the playoffs for that Atlanta Hawks team. I don't know if y'all know this, but there's a stat. He live in Atlanta. There's a statue of Neek outside the arena. Can't nobody else say that.
Okay.
But the Atlanta Hawks. Nobody else can say that.
Does anybody fight?
When you think about the Atlanta Hawks, when I think about the Atlanta Hawks, of all the players that ever played there, the first person that comes to mind, and it's not just because he's my favorite player, it's Neek.
Just because of the 80s, though. It was who we were
First
playing
player.
against. But it's also because he was connected to Jordan, to be fair. That was also one of the reasons why he's so popular.
Just by way of dunk contest?
Yeah, the dunk contest, I think they both played a similar position and play styles. They went up head-to-head multiple times, like in many important games. The whole 80s from 84 on, it was Neek versus Jordan.
Swipe, it sound like you discounting.
No,
Neek,
he was
though,
a great
as
player,
That's
but
what
like
I'm talking about. Okay,
but he's relative to his like what his legacy is.
sure.
It was him versus Jordan. Because most people don't remember any of that stuff about Neek. They only remember he was in the dunk contest and he was a great regular season player.
I mean, they remember him going up against Bird in the playoffs and basically it turning into,
Yeah, if you over 35,
yeah, of course.
40.
And that's what legacy franchise players are about. This isn't about a dude who just showed up like Ron trying to sell us about damn Trae Young who just showed up 6 years ago.
Hold up, though. All right, but chill. Y'all just hear me out. Chat.
He didn't even say that.
Chat. I just want to talk.
All right.
I'm just ringing the doorbell. I just want a friendly conversation.
You like a Jehovah's Witness.
I'm just a friendly conversation.
I'm listening.
Hey, y'all don't even gotta. Hey, y'all can leave the door latched. Y'all can just look out the peephole. I just want
Chain
to
is on
talk.
the door. The door's
Yeah.
cracked.
This is for Trae Young, by the way.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
I'm listening.
when it's all said and done,
Right.
Trae Young is going to go down as the best player
No.
to ever wear a Hawks jersey.
No,
What do you base
they don't even value him now.
Because you guys are haters.
No.
That's why.
The team,
How
No,
we haters if he in
the
trade talks?
NBA doesn't value him like that.
Because you guys are haters.
Who is you guys?
Who? I'm trying to figure out, since Trae Young has gotten the league, who has done what Trae's done?
What does that mean? What has he done?
Who has given you 25 and 10 consistently
Besides
for
Luka?
6 straight years?
Besides Luka?
A conference finals. Luka hasn't gave you 25 and 10.
He hasn't given you
was giving
25 and 10 for 6 straight
35
years
and-
either.
All right,
Damn
you
near
got
six.
Luka. You got Luka. And y'all will throw Luka in GOAT.
What's
GOAT
Tyrese Halliburton?
Nobody's
Look, hold
throwing
on.
Luka in
Hold on.
conversation,
Okay.
Brian.
What's Tyrese Halliburton?
Hey, look, chat. I'm putting this on the screen right now so y'all can see. This is from Alan L. Super chat. First super chat of the day. I got 77 reasons why he's my GOAT.
So one person.
And I got 11 reasons
Wait,
why Trae Young is going to be the most storied player in the Atlanta Hawks history.
Going to be, we're talking about right now. Brian.
What I'm saying, if it ended today,
Not today.
Okay,
I'm
so-
talking about
so how
I'm
long?
projecting.
How long does he have to? How long does
Trae Young's 25 right now,
okay,
right?
so we going into year 7 with Trae Young.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so how
Yeah.
long does he have to do it in order for him to be the GOAT of the Atlanta Hawks?
I'm expecting 7 more years at least.
So 14 years.
14 years of 25 and 10.
It'd be hard to not. It'd be hard to.
If he doesn't win anything, he's not ever going to get that title.
Dominique didn't win anything.
No, but he got to
Chill
go
just
to,
said he just get he
he
gave
has to
you
go
how
to
many
the
years?
playoffs, multiple playoff
Nine-
runs of
nine-
elite level play. That's going to have to happen. He got 1 year.
Now, the one thing you can say about Trae is the Eastern Conference Finals, of course.
Right.
But so Ron, if you're projecting out, like you said, 5-7 years, I could see where you're coming from. But the fact that this man has been in trade talks for like the last 3 years.
The Lakers talking about they ain't giving a Austin Reeves for Trae Young.
Yeah,
Apparently.
and it's
Hold
like
on. It's easy.
Like, but what we have? Come on, what's happening right now?
no, I'm just saying, like,
So-
I just,
You
So
can't
we-
have him for this dude right here.
We going off
Wait, man,
tabloids?
What we doing, yo?
So my man don't get the recognition he deserves
No,
because
Ron,
because
you're
of
Sorry to cut you off,
tabloids.
ZZ. Keep going.
you're wrong. You're right. He deserves the recognition for being a 20 and 10 guy. I've given him that recognition before because I've said before he's become underrated throughout portions of the regular season because people were looking at Tyrese Halliburton for like 3 weeks, but
Right.
completely
Well,
forgetting that Trae
that was
Young
deserved.
it was deserved, but completely forgetting that Trae Young was giving you what you just said consistently.
And I said 25 and 10.
25
It's closer to 30 and 10.
Yeah.
29 to be exact.
Now why do you think Luka would get more praise than Trae Young for being a 35, 8 and 8 guy?
I'm not trying to turn this into a Luka versus Trey.
You have to.
Yeah,
It's too
why?
late. Open up the
Because you
door.
said who has
Well,
done
hold
more than him
on.
in the
Time
last
out. Time out though.
You said that.
This is why. Look, we're strictly talking about franchises.
Correct.
This is why we can't turn this into a Luka versus Trey thing because Trey doesn't have a Dirk Nowitzki in his franchise. He has Dominique Wilkins.
Bob Pettit.
Okay. So in 7 years, Trey gives you 25 and 10 for 14 years. I'm not even gonna throw a ring out there. I'm gonna say a couple more deep playoff runs.
Okay.
If we come back in 7 years and talk about it, we're talking about today. It's 2024.
That's all. I'm just projecting. I'm telling you.
Well,
I'm
stop
telling.
projecting.
I'm
We're talking
telling. I'm
about
telling you.
right now.
I'm telling you.
Is Victor Wembanyama going to be the GOAT spur then?
Good question.
Hey.
Brian, I'll wring
Hey.
your neck, bro.
Hey.
What?
And I'm-
Hey.
I'm
We having
Hey.
a conversation.
I will
Hey.
hold him.
We having a
Hey.
conversation.
Hey, I'm saying, if we're projecting,
Why are we projecting today, though?
he will have
Bro, we're
horse in
talking
that
about
race.
2024. Who is the best player to ever
It's
play for the
Dominique
Atlanta
Wilkins.
Hawks
It's Dominique Wilkins.
today?
All right, cool.
100%.
Will it
Okay,
be
cool,
Trey
fine.
Young? That remains to be seen. I won't
No,
argue
it
that.
will not. It's going to be Zach. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Chill out, Ron. Chill out, Ron. It remains to be seen. How much?
What about
longer-
Jalen Johnson? Give me 8 years of what? Continual progression. Now what?
What's the criteria when you're talking about an all-time great for a franchise, right? Because Ox looking at Paul Pierce as strictly a baller.
Mhm.
He does have the longevity. He played
Yeah.
for the Celtics for like 13 years, something like that. They went to the NBA championship.
Got a ring.
Got a ring. Yes, I understand that. I think you looking at him more as a baller
I am
in addition to what he did.
100%.
Ron looking at Trey Young and projecting and looking at him as what he produced over the last 7 years.
Ron's
Can I-
drunk.
I'm even. Can you guys give me somebody over the first 6 years of their career that's had a better 6 years than Trey Young?
What do you mean?
Over anybody that they
Anybody?
drafted or anybody that's came in?
You talking about the Atlanta Hawks?
SGA
Oh,
a bit
yeah.
better.
Oh no, I'm
No,
talking about
he's
for
talking
the
about-
Hawks.
he's talking about
So you guys keep trying to turn this into a
No,
league-wide thing.
no,
I'm talking
you
about
You got to
strictly
clarify the
Yeah,
question.
you said anybody. I was thinking
Yeah.
for the Atlanta Hawks. Who's came in, drafted there, and had a better 6 years?
For the Atlanta
Dominique.
Dominique did not have a better first 6 years than Trey Young.
Hawks.
All right.
Oh, Ron.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we're just going. It's going to keep going back and forth, Ron. It's really going to keep going back and
So
forth.
Dominique, chill. I'm asking you. So Dominique's first 6 years was better than Trey.
From 83 to 89, yes, he led the league in scoring. Finished second in league MVPs. Made the All-Star team every year. Was an All-Pro every year. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Of those 6 years, I think he made the All-Pro team 5 of those 6 years. Absolutely, Dominique Wilkins, 100%.
All right. So just being top 5 in scoring doesn't matter. Being top 5 in assists, top 3 in assists,
Mhm.
top passer in the league. Like none of
He's
that.
a what?
It matters.
He's the what?
It matters.
Best passer?
Being one of the best passers.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But that's
It
not
def-
crazy to
it
say.
definitely
He's the best. He's the best oop passer I've probably seen beside of CP3.
Yeah, CP, yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
But all right, y'all. My man Arch, a Hall of Famer, chimed in and he just said, damn.
What's up, Arch? That's what's up.
Shout out Arch, man. He sent through $100 super chat too. Yo, Arch, you are the backbone of the
I told you that's Bam out of bile, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, Ron. I know we're supposed to move on, and I want to move on, but I'm gonna tell you like this: I have Al Horford and Joe Johnson ahead of Trey Young right now,
And ISO Joe.
especially Al Horford.
What about Paul
Hey,
Millsap?
bro, I don't hate the ISO Joe thing. I ain't
Wasn't
saying
Paul
that.
Millsap best
I
friend?
don't hate it. I ain't
But-
saying that
Wait
it's
a minute.
legit.
1 minute.
I just don't hate it.
But
Ron.
see, this is what I'm
I
saying.
don't hate
though.
the big album.
This is why I said that y'all disrespect Trey Young. Just statements like that.
Okay.
You say it and you don't hate it.
I don't hate it, Ron. I'm not saying I ain't saying that he's better than him.
So,
But I'm thinking about.
Al and Joe wasn't putting in work for the Hawks.
I know where you at, Ron. When you talk about what I know where you at, Ron. When you talk about what Trey Young did over the last 6 years, yo, a double man at the league guard spot for 6 years. That's a big deal.
And an Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And the Hawks kept running into the Celtics. The year the Celtics won the championship, I mean, they went to 7 games in the first round with that Hawks team. It was in a dogfight. But with that being said, I mean, ISO Joe ain't also, that's not a self-proclaimed name either.
Yep.
So that's another dude who was held one-on-one. And what he did for that Hawks team.
Yeah, but he doesn't touch Trey Young though. Respect.
All right, y'all. We got to keep it pushing. On to the next team. We're gonna go to Motown.
Detroit.
What's going on in Detroit? Who you guys got as the greatest player to ever wear a jersey for that franchise?
Isaiah for sure.
IT.
I'm gonna go Zeke.
said Isaiah?
It's Zeke for sure. For me, at least.
You think? Yeah, I mean,
Only reason that I would say IT is because based off of where the team was when he got drafted and what his responsibilities were and what they were essentially hoping that he would do for the franchise and did,
they sucked.
you gotta give it to IT. I think IT is one of those players where he gets disrespected even in all-time point guard talks.
Mhm. Oh, he
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
Particularly by Mars.
Yep.
For
Sure
real.
did.
But I didn't even know that.
Speaking of Mars, damn, we forgot all about Mars. Y'all, we all love Mars. We love Mars dearly. But the thing about it is,
He hates us.
yeah, Mars don't really like us. Mars had an invitation. He had everything. And Mars just didn't want to pull up the PC weekend.
Mars hate everybody, though.
I don't know what's going on, y'all. He not in the chat. He not even involved. Like, I don't know what's going on with Mars. I don't know, y'all. But shout out
Now,
Doug.
does like the stuff you just said about Isaiah?
Messi.
Because I really, to be honest with you, I don't think it's a question, but there might be.
How far is Chauncey from Isaiah?
That's
That's
what
what
I was saying.
I was about to
Yeah.
ask the question.
Is he number 2?
Because
Most important, like in terms of greatest
If we're
Piston.
talking about most important, see, I feel like you're trying to slide Chauncey in there, and I want to get behind you.
Greatest Piston.
I
Did
wanna get
Dumars?
behind
I mean,
you.
saying, did Dumars?
Yeah,
that's where I'm going.
That's what I'm saying.
That's actually where I'm going. Dumars played 14 years for the Pistons.
Yeah, that's true.
And got finals
And not only that,
Was he better than Chauncey, you think?
yes, I do.
He played for
Pistons?
how many years did Chauncey get? What, 6, 7 over
6
there?
years.
6, yeah.
And he
But
basically
them 6 years were crazy though.
Great, great.
and,
year.
and the,
For 5 Eastern Conference Finals.
and they did the same
Great
thing that they did the same thing that the Pistons did. They went to the Eastern
bad
Conference
boys.
Championship for 5 straight years. But the flip side with Isaiah is, I mean, Isaiah from 87 until the end of his career, he never made the All-Pro team again.
Mhm.
So
From 87?
from 87 and on,
Oh, that's just a conspiracy. That's
he
just
never made the All-Pro team again. From
Yeah,
80, and he played till 90, so 7 straight years.
Yo, it was who was in the league too at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I think about what Isaiah Thomas did for what I think about what he did for the Pistons, I mean, they were dumpster fire. Nobody wanted to play for the Pistons. It was purgatory. Nobody wanted to play there. They built that unit around Isaiah. He was clearly, I hated the bad boys. I ain't gonna lie. But the only reason why I watched them was because of Joe Dumars. So if there's an argument for anybody outside of Isaiah, it's Joe Dumars.
Where's Ben Wallace at? Just like it's a defense that people just don't care about.
Probably like Depoy GOAT for the franchise, maybe. Like they'll probably.
Well, we
put
have
him
to we have to consider that though, because I mean, what was Dominique for the Atlanta Hawks? He was a bucket getter.
Okay. Yeah.
So if we're doing that with Nick, we got to do the same thing with Ben
Is
Wallace.
Ben ahead of Chauncey?
No, he's not.
Are you sure?
I don't know because you
100%.
got to think.
Chauncey was the best player on that team. I know people got to give Ben his love. You got to give Rasheed his love. But if you ask me, it was Chauncey. That was his squad.
Now, from
Chauncey got that Finals MVP too, right?
he does have that
Yeah.
Finals MVP.
Sure.
Yes, he does,
So
and that's where it gets tricky for
Yeah.
me.
All right, y'all. It looks like as of right now, Bill Russell is the greatest Celtic. We got Dominique Wilkins as the greatest Atlanta Hawks.
Who Ron? One more time
My
for the
bad.
people. I don't think they heard you in the back.
Yeah.
One more time.
I sometimes my speech gets I get caught up.
You
sometimes.
kind of was stuttering a little.
Yeah,
One more
yeah.
time. I'm sorry.
I've been going to speech therapy and I've been working with
so is Trae Young.
with a coach.
Sorry, my bad.
And then we got Isaiah Thomas as the greatest Piston of all time.
Mhm.
Now, let's go to Charlotte.
I think it's Kemba Walker.
That sucks. Oh, my bad.
You said that last night.
Yeah.
You brought
They don't have a great history. But Charlotte, Charlotte, that iteration. I mean, no, I can't say that. It's Kemba, but I'm not going to downplay. Like for a while, we didn't respect him a lot, and coming out of Connecticut, like he wasn't the truth in Okafor. He was also cold too, but he just wasn't Kemba. Like he didn't have the run that Kemba did.
You talking about Emeka Okafor? So that's not New Orleans. That's
That's
Because he played in New Orleans.
yeah,
He ain't play in Charlotte.
yeah, that's true.
And Larry Johnson didn't play there long.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
the only consistent guy that they had. I think Kemba played there 8 years.
yeah,
He played there 8 years, and
they're tough, bro.
Made an All-Star team.
I'm not gonna lie.
Made the
If
play.
we're doing projection, I'll take Brandon Miller 8 years.
Hey, I like that.
I don't hate that neither.
8 years from now,
Now y'all don't hate it. Now we can make projections.
That makes
Now,
sense.
yeah, y'all see
Brandon
this?
Miller, Kemba Walker, Trae Young, Dominique Wilkins.
Well,
How y'all feeling about LaMelo though?
check the chat because Lonzo Mourning put in some good years. For Charlotte.
he only
Yeah.
played there 3 years though. That's
But-
it.
They were great years.
but-
that was the playoff run. Who was it? I was watching that one playoff series.
Yeah, against
going
the
at it
Celtics,
with-
he hit that buzzer
Yeah,
beater against the Celtics
Mhm.
in '93. That was his rook season.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that. But I mean, even with that being said, we talk about longevity. We talk about longevity when we talk about these all-time great franchise players, right? So when we talk about these all-time great franchise players, you having a 2 or 3 year run and you only there for 5 years, that's not good enough, man. There's a reason why y'all talk about Bryant the way y'all do as a Laker. There's a reason why you talk about Jabbar. There's a reason why you talk about these all-time great players because they were there for a long time and they're a staple of that franchise, as opposed to a dude who was there just for 5 minutes and looked good for them 5 minutes. You just said it yourself, Ox. Paul Pierce, as good as Paul Pierce was as a baller, he was there for over a decade as a baller. He wasn't just nice for like 5 minutes. He showed up in '98 and he was there for a lot of years.
And Charlotte got a tough history, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's like Kemba, Gerald Wallace, Brandon Miller, LaMelo.
I was about to say, respect LaMelo.
Why?
We're projecting, right?
No.
Yo, chat. I'm wearing this red shirt and it's for a reason. I'm clearly the redhead stepchild here. Clearly. Swiper projects, yes. Brandon Miller, let's do it. Rob projects, you're an idiot. You're stupid. Alan L. All right.
Yo, respect Alan L, first of all. Man, don't put yourself on Alan L's level, man. You're not.
Who's after Charlotte, bro?
Okay. After Charlotte, next.
So it's Kimba, right?
Yeah, it's Kemba.
Yeah.
I think it's
I think so. I'm with that.
Cardiac Kemba.
Shout out Kimba. All right, y'all. Now it's about to get very controversial. Because shout out to Fluent, shout out to Penn, shout out to I can't shout him out, but you guys know who I'm talking about. He who shall not be named. But we going up north to Toronto.
Y'all dudes y'all can't sell me this Kawhi Leonard thing. He ain't played there for 5 minutes. He was a rental for a season.
And he's the most significant thing that franchise has ever done.
The best thing that
Ever happened to them. Now, Toronto Raptors fans will tell you it's Kyle Lowry.
They would
lie. They're lying.
But that's their argument that Kyle Lowry's the most important Raptor ever.
They'll say
Is
Vince
that true?
Carter
Who's
too.
the best Raptor ever?
Because
that's a different.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like that's the thing. It's like, are we? This whole conversation we've been having has been like the most significant figure in that franchise's history, and I think to me it would be for me. DeMar sounds more plausible even than Vince. Because like he just had the amount of years he played there. I think when he played there, what they did, they were a first seed, all that other stuff. Vince is up there.
I could see Vince,
but it's Kawhi. Like
I can see. So to me, it's not DeMar DeRozan. The reason it's not DeMar DeRozan is because they got the ring when they traded him. When they traded him for Kawhi, that got him the
ring. It was a 1v1 swap though.
But they got Danny Green too.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah, but I mean,
and Danny put in work.
Danny was cool,
and that team got flipped around. I mean, Valanciunas was gone. They had just gotten OG Anunoby, so
Pascal was there.
Pascal was there. He didn't even play in the playoffs.
OG was hurt though.
Right, OG didn't even play in the
Norman
playoffs.
Powell.
So
that's crazy.
Powell, for sure. Well, I'm saying the way. I guess it's narrative driven, but if you look at that, like, yo, we traded DeMar for Kawhi and won.
Yeah.
So it's just like that there alone, it's like DeMar.
Let me ask this.
If
we're doing players, but Masai Ujiri? Would he be in the conversation for most important Raptor?
Nah.
He changed the whole franchise.
We gotta keep it on the hardwood.
Nah, I mean, but like that's what Kawhi Leonard's attached to.
Yeah, but then we have to start talking about Jerry West and Danny Ainge
and if we do,
what's his name from Bob from the Golden State?
Oh, Bob
Myers.
Bob Myers.
But also, you know what? I can go with Kyle Lowry. Because Kyle Lowry put in a lot of work for that ring too.
I think
he did.
I can go. You know what? I changed my vote. I'm going with Kyle Lowry.
I think it's Vince, to be honest with you, because what you do is you holding championship. You holding that one championship to that standard. None of y'all dudes care about the Toronto Raptors 10, 15 years ago. You know who made you care about them? Vince did.
Yo, chill.
Vince made y'all care Vince made y'all care about Toronto. They wasn't putting the Toronto Raptors on
years
TV
ago
when they showed when the NBA was pushing the NBA. Nobody cared about the Toronto Raptors when they had Damon Stoudemire and Marcus Camby. Nobody cared about them. When Vince showed up, now all of a sudden it's becoming more global. Because don't forget, Canada's a different country.
Yeah.
So now we got Vince Carter in a different country making basketball in Canada, which is a hockey country.
Why did Vince leave? What happened? Did he get traded out?
Yeah, he got traded to Jersey.
Mm-hmm. What did he get traded for? You know?
But they had like turmoil and shit. Like
they had problems. Yeah. But just because it ended bad, that doesn't necessarily. Because Swiper, you're a football dude. Just because Randall Cunningham got ran out of Philadelphia, that doesn't necessarily make it bad that how good he was there. That doesn't negate how good he was in Philadelphia.
Randall Cunningham better in Philly than Vince was in Toronto.
Because he won the league MVP. All right, I'll give you that part. I won't argue that. But what Vince's impact was with the Toronto Raptors, and not just with the Toronto Raptors, around the NBA, he made basketball in Canada, and not just in Canada, around the world, a big deal. None of you dudes, I don't even mean you guys specifically, but people don't care about the Toronto Raptors before Vince got there. And now all of a sudden they're on TV. And now he's the high wire act. Kyle Lowry, they were building a championship team, and he was a part of that.
But
how significant was Kyle? Was Kyle Lowry more significant to Toronto's success as a franchise?
Not as a franchise.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. So what Vince did in putting Toronto on the map is the level that he raised the franchise.
Yep.
The franchise was raised the same level not with Kyle Lowry, not with DeMar DeRozan, not with anybody else, but with Kawhi.
That 1 year.
Kawhi, that 1 year. Hold on, chill. Just hear me out.
Kyle
Hear me out. He was there. He was there. Just hear me out.
I'm listening to you.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Not even them boys. Kyle Lowry's mama didn't take them serious.
Mm.
DeMar DeRozan's granny didn't take them serious.
Damn.
The granny?
Hey, the GMs, they didn't take them serious at all. Nobody took Toronto serious. Now, chill. I will agree with it. Vince made them relevant. He made people start paying attention to Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, they just redid the logo for their city edition, and it actually got the Raptor going through the legs like Vince in the dunk contest. Vince made you pay attention to the Raptors. It was like, okay, they got some cool jerseys, they got some nice colors. It wasn't until Kawhi Leonard got his passport and set foot in Toronto that everybody was like, oh, we got to take them serious. And not only did we take them serious, but he went up there and he brought the Larry O'Brien to the city.
Punched everybody in the mouth.
So here's my thing with that
MVP.
too,
He shut down the whole NBA.
Don't forget what he did to Philly too.
The Philly series. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, it was Steph Curry and Kevin Durant's league until Kawhi Leonard set foot internationally in Toronto and said, you know what? We're going to bring that up north.
I ain't feeling that neither. I ain't feeling that neither.
Stop. Don't do that shit, please. It was Steph and KD's league, but let's not act like Kevin Durant only played 11 minutes in that finals.
That's his problem.
No. Listen. Injuries happen. Don't get me wrong. But okay, here's my thing with
they don't sniff that title if they're healthy.
Yeah, they don't. If Kevin Durant is suiting up, that's that counter argument to all of Kawhi's dominance in the postseason.
No
which
doubt.
I will say, to your point, Ron, when I look at Kawhi, and I've always thought about this question, I've always been split between Vince and Kawhi. With Vince, the same exact reason that Chill listed of him just bringing that relevancy to the city, to the country. And so when I look at Kawhi, I have not seen anybody put on a Raptors jersey and go through a postseason like Kawhi did in 2019. That man looked virtually unstoppable. Could get to the cup, transition.
Have they had a true MVP season outside of Kawhi?
Has there second?
Have they had a true MVP level player season from any player outside of Kawhi?
Even you brought up
maybe one
the
of Vince's seasons.
You maybe one of Vince's, but not to the
Not
level
for
of
real.
Yeah, not for real like that. Because you brought up DeMar and Kyle Lowry getting high seeds in the East,
Right.
but everybody knew LeBron. If they saw LeBron in the postseason, it was wraps, so it didn't really matter.
So two things, ZZ, like you just mentioned. This is the perfect storm in Toronto. Okay, so you got a young Milwaukee Bucks team in the postseason.
Yeah.
The plate, Ron, the food has already been made. Leonard is the porterhouse steak. That's who he is. And we can't leave out the fact that the boogeyman is going from the East. Y'all just told me that Kevin Durant, if he's healthy, they beat them. Do they even get there if the boogeyman's still there?
Yeah, that's a problem for DeMar, not a problem for Kawhi.
I will say, because
that's not a problem for Kawhi.
Name one player that could stop LeBron.
Are we
outside
talking
of
like Kawhi Leonard did not? Just so you know, they did beat the Spurs with Leonard on the crew.
They did.
That did happen.
And then
chill. Come on now, you got
13.
Yeah, that was 6 years prior though.
6 years prior to MVP Kawhi.
And I want to make sure I'm clear. So in 2018-19, which James are we talking about? This is the James who we just saw the year before,
that's also
who was Thanos.
That's also a different Kawhi too, though.
From
another thing,
15, 16 to 18, 19 during Kawhi's apex, well through 20 as well.
Yeah,
he was in conversation for best player in the world.
That part I won't argue.
Yeah,
that
but
part,
I'm not gonna give it. I'm not gonna say that he had surpassed LeBron at any point in time. At the same time, though, chill. You talk about 2019. Yeah, we did see Thanos LeBron the year prior, but 2019 had the groin injury on Christmas. So it's like it's tough to play that hypothetical, but if there was any player in the Eastern Conference, if say LeBron hypothetically went there, that could match up the best with him, it wouldn't have been Giannis. It wouldn't have been Tatum at that time. It was Kawhi. Like it would have been Kawhi. So
100%.
He would have. I'm not saying Kawhi would have necessarily stopped LeBron, but just counteracted the barrage that he brings.
My issue though, ZZ, is that a lot of things had to go right in order for this to work. For this one season. And we're going to take Leonard for this one season now with all of these things factoring in, the fact that they got the crew that they got, the fact that James left the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
And now Leonard only plays, 55 games that year, 60 games that year? And now he's the best player in the history of that franchise. Now, there's a difference between being the best player and the most significant player.
He is the most significant.
Okay, well, for 1 year.
Chill, this is all I'm going to say. I know you said he was just a rental.
Which he was.
That was a Bentley.
Matter of fact,
that was a Rolls. That was a Royce.
That was a Bugatti.
It was a Bugatti.
If he stays there, at minimum, the next season, they're in the finals. I won't argue that. that next in the 1920 season, if Kawhi Leonard is with the Toronto Raptors, I think they're in the finals.
To me,
at minimum.
that makes it even more impressive that he didn't even want to be there.
Yeah,
And he still walked down.
it's the equivalent of like I used to always joke about it. I was like, Kawhi essentially had a one-night stand with Toronto.
In ZZ, I done had some one-night
At the
stands.
time of Toronto's life.
Yep, and
Hey,
Toronto's never been the same since.
exactly.
I done had some one-night stands better than 3-year relationships.
And
That's all I'm gonna say.
and on top of that,
That's sad, bro.
and on
That's
top of that,
sad.
ZZ,
No,
after that one night,
I don't know if I would have said it out loud.
Me
on that
either,
one
Ron.
night stand, she begged you to marry her. Please stay.
chill. I might have begged her.
Don't leave. Please stay.
Hey, chat. I done had.
I'm sorry, Chad, for bringing this analogy.
So, who we got? So you got
Vince. I think Vince.
Vince.
I think Vince is the best player in the history of that franchise.
you got Kyle Lowry.
I got Kyle Lowry. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Yeah, I'm going Kawhi too.
Mm.
Well, y'all, it looks like Kawhi takes the
Kawhi
cake
got
with
it.
this one.
Damn.
Shout out Kawhi. We got another super chat from another Hall of Famer, but before I get to that, let me just shout out all the Hall of Famers. Shout out Cobra Son of Raditz. Shout out Kendall Daniels. Shout out Multi Kenny. Hey, Multi Kenny, I see you in the chat. Big ups to Multi Kenny.
What's up,
Shout
Kenny?
out to Hutton Gilgores. Shout out GDH, DG. And last but certainly not least, shout out my man Arch. Speaking of which, Arch just sent through a super chat. Let me go ahead and get to that. I'm going to throw that on the screen right now. He said, why Bubba Smurf Hayes not here?
Bubba Smurf Hayes. That's Mars.
Bubba Smurf Hayes? Arch, really?
Arch.
Really?
That's crazy, Arch.
Yeah, I don't know why Mars decided not to come. We sent him a spaceship up to Mars and he sent it back. So we wasted a bunch of gas and jet fuel and all of that to get him here. He didn't want to come, so stay your ass on Mars. Mars. All right. The next team that we got, y'all.
Hold on, Ron, real quick.
What's up?
Hey, Ox, what's up with them nights, yo? Them joints cleaner than the kitchen sink, fam.
Oh,
I'm
appreciate
feeling
you.
those.
Appreciate you.
I'm definitely feeling those. Right? The shoe game,
Just
is,
a
the
little
shoe-
pickup.
shoe game is impressive, my man. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm definitely
digging
feeling
those.
Yeah, so I'm a 6s and 13s guy myself.
Oh yeah, 13s.
I don't really rock too much else. I'm a 6s and 13 guy when it comes to J's, but I'm feeling those. I'm sorry, Ron, I interrupted you.
Been telling y'all the Sixers is the best J.
Some dunks. You know.
Ron, when he walked on the floor with them 6s on, with the white shirt and the white drawers, I thought I was looking at a superhero, yo. I was like, what are those? He for real looked like a superhero to me when I seen him with the black J's, with the white shirt and the white drawers. I was like, yo, look at this dude. I had to get a pair of those.
Yeah,
Had to.
yeah.
All right, y'all. The next team we go rock with is the Philadelphia 76ers. Who's the greatest player ever to wear a Sixers jersey?
Will.
I know y'all want to go with Wilt. I got to go with Dr. J.
Yeah.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna I got to go with Dr. J. It's the doc. For sure.
It could have been if he had him ABA years.
Yeah, that's facts.
Mm.
Can't
Yeah, if he had those ABA years for sure.
Still was very impressive for the NBA years he got though.
Nah,
he
was crazy.
one of those dudes that got two
Mhm.
Hall of Fame careers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barry Bonds. Yeah. Athletics and Barry Bonds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like Tom Brady, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like Kobe Bryant,
Mhm.
dude that got 2 MVP careers. Shit, Bron got like 4 of them.
Yeah.
But like, you know, but yeah, I think Dr. J, that's my vote.
Okay.
All right. You got Doc.
Will.
You got Wilt. ZZ.
Dr. J.
Dr. J.
Is
Will's
Embiid higher
close.
than AI?
That bro, I was
Is
literally
Embiid
about to
higher
say,
than
where's
AI?
Embiid on this list? That's what I'm about to say.
Where's
Where's Embiid on this Mount Rushmore top 5, whatever?
Let's think about that
Embiid
though.
is
So
not a- I don't
yeah, so if we got there's only 4 Mount Rushmore, right?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Four? So what we got: Doc, Wilt, Iverson,
And Joel.
Joel,
Wait.
Moses,
Your man?
Charles Barkley.
Moses, Charles.
Your man?
You gotta have him on there.
Moses-
No. You have to have him on
Moses
there.
had a lot of Rockets.
Here we go, chat.
Well, here's the thing, because the same logic y'all using with Leonard, that's the same logic with Moses. That's
Okay.
what he did.
Mhm.
Moses came to Philly, and he basically pushed them over the top. He was the difference in what they was doing. The question is,
I'd hear you yap
Change-
about 81 for how long?
wait a minute. I think Moses is. You already know how I feel about Moses, but Chamberlain. Remember, I don't think Chamberlain played for the Philadelphia 76ers I think he played for them for 3 years because the
It
Warriors
didn't. It didn't matter.
the Warriors and the Sixers are two different franchises.
Yeah,
just so we clear.
Right.
He only played for the Warriors. He only played for the Sixers
Mhm,
for 3 years. Doc played for them for 11 years.
mhm.
So that longevity thing matters. Chamberlain was the better player. I won't argue that. But in terms of I mean, Doc is the Philadelphia 76er.
If Doc had came there 3 years prior, number one, they could have won. But then number two, when Doc was at his apex, he was in best in the world talks. He was in the ABA.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you. In the 80s,
He was in world.
I know people say the 80s was dominated by the Lakers and the Celtics, but in terms of players to make multiple finals, Julius Erving's in that mix.
3 times.
The Sixers are in that mix.
Mhm.
The Lakers are in that mix. The Celtics, the bad boy Pistons at the end. But for the Sixers to be in there, especially early on in the 80s,
Right.
like
And when they won in '83, especially.
yeah. So that holds a lot of weight for me, especially with that decade alone.
So chill. Who you got?
Doc.
Got Doc?
Mhm.
3
I'll
Doc?
do Doc. I'll do Doc. Yeah, I'll do Doc.
Now you switching up?
No, I'm good. I'm saying I can be educated. I'm good. You, on the other hand,
That's the mark of an intelligent man, right there.
right there. Yeah, that's facts. Trey Young.
Yeah, you see how they throw little shots.
Watch that, y'all.
Over here talking about-
I'm not trying to sell y'all.
Cold
The
in
chat
here.
agrees with me, right, chat?
No, they don't.
He's not the best passer or scorer in his own team.
I'll rally the goofies up right now.
Oh.
No, hey, goofies. I'll put y'all on the screen.
Assemble.
All y'all gotta do is drop ice. Hey,
Assemble.
drop a chili chat. Hey, goofies. Hey, we'll get him.
He's a
We will
symbol.
put the camera on him. We will get him today. We will
Goofies,
get him today.
assemble.
I promise you.
Goofies, assemble. Come get it, Goofies. Give me, Goofies, assemble. That's right. What the hell?
Oh, man.
All right, y'all. So this is what we got as of right now. For the Celtics, we got Bill Russell. For Atlanta, we got Dominique Wilkins. For the Pistons, we got Isaiah Thomas. For the Hornets, we got Kemba Walker. For the Raptors, shout out Kawhi Leonard. In 1 year, we got him as the greatest player in franchise
1 year,
history.
B.
Hey, chat, it only takes one. Can you give me one? And last but not least, so far, we got Doc J for the Philadelphia 76ers. Chat, if you guys are watching right now, make sure you like the video, subscribe, become a member, Hall of Fame, if you're having any doubts as to where you should join. And then also, just keep going, chat. All right, we're moving on to the next franchise. This is what we got right now. We got 6 teams, but we're going to move on to the next one. Let's go to Cleveland, y'all. Let's just get this out the way.
Move on,
Move on.
No,
I mean, it's
no.
obviously Craig Elo, so let's let's move on.
All right.
They've had some great players, but we all know who it
Mark Price.
Okay.
is. Yeah, we know who it is. It's James.
Yeah,
It's James. It's not a question.
not even close.
11
Will,
years.
will it ever? Ever? Nobody?
No.
Is
Maybe
Can't say never.
I can't say never.
Bryce James, maybe, but
I can't say never.
I mean, unless somebody comes in and wins them 2 championships instead of 1, maybe. But LeBron
won them too, as far as I'm concerned.
No, there's somebody out there that's gonna say Kyrie or something. But
Man,
we're not
Skip
taking-
Bayless.
We're not taking that serious.
You say Kyrie.
My question is, if you think about how important he was, again, we talking about the Toronto Raptors, and like Ron, you don't care about Cleveland until James get there. You ain't turning on the Cavs.
you don't care about him after?
Well, speak for yourself.
I'm talking about he left for them years.
And
Hey,
them-
it might as
them-
well have been 29
Nah,
franchises.
them Darius Miles, Ricky Davis days for fun.
No,
They
the
was.
hell they were.
They
not.
was.
Yes, they
Hey,
were.
Garbage,
They were high
man.
flyers.
Hey,
Hell
chill.
no.
Chill them black jerseys with the
You mean the you mean the
with baby blue
15 win Cavs? That's what you're talking about?
Hey, Ricky Davis
No, I
was putting
didn't.
on a show.
No, I did not. I did not watch the Cavs when they had Ricky Davis and Darius Miles
Not
and Carlos Boozer. No, I did not watch them.
Not
When
at all.
James showed up, that's when I started watching them. 100%. And I did not watch them when he left, when they had Kevin Love still and J.R. Smith and Colin Sexton. No.
And Tristan Thompson.
No, I didn't.
Hey, chill. Speaking of Darius Miles, you remember this?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Hey, if you too young to remember
The
this,
knuckleheads, 100%.
if you too young to remember that, I'm sorry.
yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Hey, like when I meet a chick, I ask her, you know what this is?
Mhm.
If she don't know what that is,
That's
I'll
a
just
deal breaker.
politely move on. You too young for me.
I was on a date with a chick one time and told me she didn't know who Obi-Wan Kenobi was. I ended the date. How do you not know?
Do you know who Obi-Wan Kenobi is?
Yes.
How many Star Wars movies have you seen? Of the 9?
I don't even need to see it. I only seen one of them, and that's enough for me.
Hey,
That's enough. The new ones, the new ones. I'm
one of 9.
First and foremost, this dude talking about one of 9.
That's Anthony Edwards' efficiency.
I go back to Star Wars and the Empire Strikes Back. That's the Star Wars.
You've only seen one of them.
So
there's 3 of them that came out.
I seen all 3 of them.
You just said you only seen one of them.
Of the new one.
How many of the 9 total have you seen?
3 of them.
So you haven't seen none of the other 6?
4 of them altogether. So
which one? What's the new one you saw?
So the 3
original.
The 3 originals.
Yeah.
Plus the first one. That one that came out, I think in like 2010 or something like that.
If you go 4 from 9 for the 3-point,
that's
good.
That's good efficiency.
That's it.
But not seeing the Star Wars movie, it's like going 4 of 9 from like a 1-foot putt. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's everywhere. It's all over the place. You can turn on Netflix. You can turn on Disney right now and watch them. That's what we're gonna do when we get back. We can get some popcorn, get some blankets, and then we're gonna watch the Star Wars movies.
I told you when
I'm about to do what?
When homegirl started using the Force, I was out. I'm good.
She started using
He talking about Leia.
You can't just use the Force, Ox.
She was always Force sensitive.
You can't. I can't just jump up in out here and just break into my inner ninja.
Her father is Anakin. Her
I
brother's
don't
Luke.
care. You can't just use the Force. You have to have some training in the Force.
Oh, now look.
All right,
now
so I'm about to use the Force. I'm about
We're using Trae Young. He want to stay on that subject for 30 minutes.
Oh, yo.
We can talk about Anakin Skywalker's apex more than Trae Young's apex any day of the week.
100% we can do that.
Hey, she don't hold a candle up to Trae
Are
Young.
you kidding me right now?
Anakin Walker.
And
Hey,
Anakin's a guy.
I know some.
Anakin.
And you know who Luke Skywalker is, bro?
I know some movies Luke Skywalker couldn't even make. I know some casts he couldn't even be in.
All the Harry
Skywalker.
Potter movies.
This is
Luke
your man
couldn't
right
act.
now. This is your man.
All right, man.
This is your man.
I agree. Hey, Luke Skywalker couldn't get down in Harry Potter.
I fuck with Harry.
I don't
But,
know.
all right, y'all. We got to get back to this good hoop talk. We got to get back to the next team. So Cleveland, no discussion.
This is for you.
This is who we gonna move on to next. Indiana Pacers. Hey, chat.
Ron, if you
This is why this is so special right now. This is why this is so special because we are in Indiana right now.
Hey.
We are in Naptown. We in the 317. We in the heart of Indiana right now. So it's only right that we do Indiana well and represent properly. So I need to know who you guys got as the best player to ever don a Pacers jersey.
I think
Chat, chime in and let us know who you guys got as well.
We just did the same thing with Cleveland.
Reggie.
I think it's Reggie Miller.
Reggie.
I don't know who else to be.
18 years, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Took them to the NBA championship.
Did they go
What-
twice
the
to
best
the finals? Once?
Yeah,
Just once?
They went
Okay.
2000. They was in the Eastern Conference Championship.
Okay, that's what it was.
Like 5 times in 7 years. They kept
Yeah.
running into Jordan. They kept running into the Knicks.
To the Pistons in the
Yeah.
2000s.
Best sharpshooter in the history of their organization. Best scorer in the history of their organization. They basically built their unit around him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's Reggie Miller.
Is Caitlin gonna be the best player
Beaver?
in Indiana ever?
She might be.
I mean, Asia's already gonna be Vegas, but like, there's nobody else in Vegas for her to compare to.
Yeah.
Kaylin got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Caitlin. By the time she done,
Good, yeah.
Tamika Catchings just don't exist.
No, nobody said that Tamika Catchings wasn't super nice.
Tamika Catchings just don't exist. Huh?
Tamika Catchings ain't Usain Bolt.
All right, bro.
She
come
could
on.
get chased down.
I'm not finna.
She could get chased down.
Potentially, but come on, but Tamika Catchings.
Hey, I'm
is
just
a real
saying
person.
we just seen the greatest rookie season ever. Oh, that's all I'm saying is we just seen the greatest rookie season ever.
That's cool.
from who?
That from Caitlin Clark.
Ever?
Yes.
You don't know who Candace Parker is either, I guess.
Yeah,
Clearly he don't. Bro, you know she won the league MVP and the rookie of the year.
she did, but she didn't have Asia Wilson in the league while she did that.
Is she gonna finish second MVP?
But she did have.
She's top 3, top 5.
She's gonna guaranteed finish top 3.
Cool, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. Over.
She did, but Candace Parker did have Lisa Leslie and Diana Taurasi in the NBA.
Yes, she did.
And Diana won the next year.
Okay, just making sure. I'm just making sure that
I
you
want to
know
make sure
that.
my memory good
Yeah,
too.
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
But I mean, if Asia Wilson was in the league during that time as the most dominant player in the league, she would have won MVP that year, and Candace Parker wouldn't have.
That's not the point, bro. That's not the point. The point
All right.
is I feel you. If we're projecting, okay, yeah, we can. Let's show Kaylin some love. But don't just act like Tamika Catchings doesn't exist. Bro.
Most points scored by a rookie. Most
But don't-
assists
don't
ever
act
by
like-
a rookie.
Don't act like Tamika
Most
Catchings don't exist,
3-pointers
bro.
ever by a rookie. Most triple doubles by a rookie. Most double doubles by a rookie. You want me to keep going? Drag the team from poverty. Did they have the number 1 pick last year? Drag the team from poverty and got them playing against the Connecticut Sun on Sunday. What are we talking about?
We're showing.
I mean, it is a conversation, though. It is a conversation. I'm not trying to play Candace like it's not.
And Diana.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm saying we can show Kaylin love without acting like Candace Parker wasn't doing her thing, like Maya Moore wasn't doing her, and like Breonna Stewart wasn't doing hers. Come on,
look, Ron, you're
don't act like Lisa Leslie didn't come in the league. Don't act like Yolanda Griffin didn't come into the league, a grown ass woman. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing kid about.
Don't act like Cynthia Cooper just didn't run through the league for 6 straight seasons and win 4 straight championships.
And we got them on the back end, Ron.
Come on,
we got them on the back end.
These is women that came into the league in their early 30s, late 20s.
We got them on the back end. We didn't get them as kids. Like,
when Cheryl came into the league, she was already a vet.
Yeah.
Yolanda Griffith came in the WNBA.
Same for Caitlin Clark
too.
Yeah, we got them on the back end.
She looked like a vet to me.
Besides some turnovers, she do look like a vet.
I'm saying, like, you don't just step in and lead the league in assists, and that's just something that we just skim over.
It's not. But your point about projection with Trae Young, you could apply that to Caitlin Clark, and we could probably all see exactly where you're coming from on that, just based off of her rookie season alone.
Yeah.
And then that projection, you know what I'm saying? You can. But like Ox said, you can't disrespect the Maya Moores. You can't disrespect the Candace Parkers.
I didn't bring them up. I said she was. We was talking about. Oh well, no, I'm talking about in terms of what projecting. Mm-hmm. Remember, he started it out. We were projecting her as the
go Indiana basketball player.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
I think she can be that. I ain't saying nothing you talking about.
Yeah, but that's what
I just said she was the best rookie ever.
Tamika Catchings,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Is the best Indiana Fever player.
Tamika's about to get caught.
It's gonna take.
That's what we're gonna call it, Tamika Cottings.
Okay, that's cool. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take
take a little bit. If the Indiana Fever, not saying they're going to, but if they win the championship this year in her rookie year, what would that do for you? In
a whole lot, because it would be on the back of her and Kelsey, but I don't think Leah Boston,
Lexi Hole.
But if she did, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. Mm-hmm. I would love to
go for the number 1 overall pick,
because I'm a fan of basketball over any player in any team. So I would. Is
that the last person to do that was the Spurs? To have number 1 overall pick and then win the championship?
I believe so.
Shout out to Arch. He gifted 20 Players' Choice memberships. Big ups to you, Arch. Continues to hold it down as our greatest Hall of Famer. But let's keep it pushing, y'all. The next team that we're gonna rock with is the Golden State Warriors.
Steph Curry in the discussion. Sorry.
Chat, it's just definitive. It's Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry.
Okay. Well, see, the thing about it, chat, is I know that we got some valid opinions up here and all of that good stuff, but I need somebody who's really, really, really played the game and knows the game and can really give us an insightful take as to why he thinks some of these players are the best. So I brought some reinforcements with me up here on the live panel. It's the gift that keeps giving, y'all. It's like it's Christmas, you know? Hey, I've got my man Dale up here with me.
Love you, Dale.
If you a day one, and if you really know that Dale was one of the first to really pioneer this whole Players' Choice thing. And since we're talking about the Warriors, I had to bring a GOAT from PC up here to really let us know what's going on. We're talking about the best player, Dale, ever in Warriors history.
I know why I brought me in here like this. At this time, it's kind of funny, but it is Steph, though. That doesn't. You put on a Warrior jersey, you know it's Steph Curry. That goes without saying. If you ask me who's the best player in 2 years or 3 years when somebody else was there, that's a different question. But all-time best Warrior ever, yeah.
Somebody else? Who, Dale? Who you say somebody else? I don't know who you're talking about.
The world knows. His friend. Where you from? We know that. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody have Steph?
That's Curry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This was easy.
I remember the days when it was Wilt in those conversations.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And at the time, some people were like, "Nah, it's gonna take a lot for Steph," and then he won back-to-back MVPs and broke records.
Well, that was a lot, though.
It took a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and then now you look at him like with the 3-point shot.
Yo, Mars is here.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You look at what he did with the 3-point shot, revolutionizing the game itself, and then making that organization $1 billion. Shit, Steph.
How many years has Wilt got with the Warriors? Only
So they moved in I want to say 62 or 63. I think they moved, and he played there for I think 3 years, and then came back to Philly and played for the Sixers until 68.
Yeah.
He was with them. He was with the Warriors. They was the Philadelphia Warriors when he first got on the crew in 59, and then they moved to San Francisco. So it's kind of like similar to what, and Rondo won't talk about this, but Seattle and Oklahoma City, they ended up moving from Philadelphia to San Francisco. So all in all, with that franchise from Philadelphia to San Francisco, I think he played 6 years with them.
Well, the real question is who's third? Is it Baron Davis?
For the Warriors?
Warriors? I think it's Mullen.
Chris
Yo,
Mullen?
what? You guys, what?
Clay
So
Thompson.
Yeah.
Who?
Was hoping you was talking about
Clay or
Monte
Dre?
Ellis?
No, Clay.
Clay.
Clay Thompson.
Clay Thompson or Draymond Green?
Wait, what's
Okay.
the
Oh, yeah,
question?
one of the two of them.
who's the third best?
third best Warrior all time?
But who was second? Wilt.
Right.
Wilt.
Okay.
Wilt second.
Yeah. I mean, I think
You
we
could-
gotta talk about Clay.
You could go anywhere between Mullen, Clay, and Draymond. But honestly, like when you look at it, Monte ain't gonna get no love over.
Monte don't get, but he's not gonna get love either.
Yeah.
How long did Monte
we
Ellis
forgot
play
about
for?
Rick
Like 4 years. Like he had four
Andre
real
Iguodala.
years, I think, with the Warriors. Maybe 3.
Andre Ig.
I would say it would be Clay.
Remember,
But some
everybody when they
people-
traded
I think
Monte, everybody was pissed.
Draymond, just because of
They
him
thought him
being
and Steph was supposed to be.
the best defender of the dynasty or whatever. But
But to have that foresight to go, yo, we're going, and don't forget, Monte Ellis was like 26 a
But
game. He was a baller,
And
King.
this is
He was a
before
baller
we
down.
actually realized that you needed to have a two-way guard next to an offensive engine. And they took Monte out of that system and said, we need to have somebody like Clay here.
Yep.
They saw it before everybody.
They did have.
That's why I'm saying that's why they were so far ahead of everybody.
Did Monte play with Mark Jackson?
Play with Mark Jackson?
No, I mean, like,
Oh, with the coach? Who was the coach in
They had
It was Don
it
Nelson.
was Don. Yep.
that was
It was
Don
Donnie.
Mhm.
Nelson.
So wait. So Rick Barry.
Rick Barry.
Top 5. Maybe.
Sure, you forgot about Rich?
The chat is upset with us for not mentioning Rick.
Yeah, Rick's probably well. I mean, Rick,
Did he
Rick-
play there long enough? Because don't
He
forget,
was-
Rick Barry, he was in ABA,
Mhm.
and then I think he only played there for like maybe 4 years. I mean, they won a championship, and he was the
championship.
Finals MVP. I ain't gonna argue that part, right?
Mhm.
And if we doing that with Rick Barry, I mean, if we doing that with Kawhi Leonard, we got to do the same thing with Rick Barry, even though it was 50-something years ago. But
Let's just play
longevity
it
matters
safe
when
and
you're
say
talking
Rick
about an
Barry.
all-time great, man.
Mhm.
I don't know Chris Mullen though.
I said, I mean, if you went Steph, Wilt, and Rick, I wouldn't even be mad based off
I
of.
gotta go Steph, Wilt, Clay. Clay got it.
Okay,
Clay got it.
you think Clay over Dre?
Yeah,
that's another
for
thing
sure.
somebody would
For
bring
sure.
up. Clay over Dre.
For
Shout out
sure,
Dray-
Ox.
shout out Draymond, but it's for sure.
For sure,
Draymond was about
defensive
to
player
win
of the
that
year.
finals.
You think Clay was more important to their run?
Yeah.
What are you basing that on, Ox? Because I'm thinking about.
yo,
the
nah, let's
offense-
not do this. Like, come on, yo. It's seriously K's more important.
Is he though?
Yes, he is.
You can
To the run, yes, he is.
Yeah.
He only had 2 years though.
Look how
30. What?
2.5.
the game in the finals. Is
You
crazy.
said what?
He only had those 2 years though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Clay.
I mean,
Oh,
look how
Oh, Clay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clay.
to me,
Look
it's
how he opened up that offense though without Clay Thompson.
But it
the
was
offense-
Dre that made it work though.
Right,
That's
as
right.
the point forward.
You
What
can't
is
you
it
can't
easier to
do that
replace?
without the shooting though.
I think it either replaced Clay than just Dre.
to be honest,
Yeah.
with considering
a generational defender,
Dale,
like literally like the best.
Dale,
Think
you
about it.
remember what we
Think about it.
talking
Think about it. It's not that Dre was just like a very good defender.
Who?
Otherwise, they could have put Paul Millsap there. But Paul Millsap couldn't do what Dre did. No way.
It's about
And
the
what
it's about
shooter
the
you say
willingness
you
to
could
pass.
replace. It could be Clay.
You don't have to replace the. You don't have to replace.
But y'all just doing that.
Listen,
But think about
Here's
it.
what
But
we
Clay
doing.
never had a dominant postseason run either. He had really good games and
And-
really good series.
and don't
Yeah.
forget,
Never had a dominant postseason run.
Did Draymond?
Yes.
When?
That
the
15.
finals they're talking about when
So
he
the-
punched Braun. That's what they bring up that game. He had like 35.
So, but even in
I
22,
ain't even
like
talking about the buckets, Dale.
He's gonna bring that up.
But I ain't even talking about the buckets, Dale. I'm talking about the overall impact of what Draymond did on the
That's
both on
great
the,
impact.
But
on the
remember that-
offensive and
and this
defensive side of the
it's
ball.
a number stat, but they were like, even with Dre not being good, they were still like a +4.
With him on the floor.
Like it was like outrageous, bro. This is with him doing nothing offensively, except for back cuts,
Yeah.
playing the Ron role, basically.
I will say
His willingness to pass goes
Yes,
a long
Ron.
way.
Back
His
screen.
willingness-
Yes,
his
Ron.
willingness
Back
to pass-
screens, like
it's
dunking the
not-
ball off,
Yo,
like
security.
leading the ball to the rim. I'm giving you a compliment.
Security, come get Rockhead out of here.
Diamond.
Y'all seen Final Four? You know the big rock skull head. Get him up out of here.
Hey, put your cap off right now.
Fantastic forward.
And Dell, I think you thinking about replacing Clay with Clay. No. Ain't nobody. You ain't replacing Clay with Clay. But I think I could get a lesser shooter.
Because they have one. This is crazy. I know this sound crazy. Remember, prior to the injury, don't yell at me. Remember Wes Matthews before he got hurt? If they would have had Wes Matthews in that role,
Stop it.
Portland Wes Matthews.
No.
The two-way Wes Matthews?
Hold on, swipe it. What about KCP?
Yeah, they could have won with KCP.
Anyway.
Of course they could've won with KCP.
No.
Of course they could have won with KCP.
Crazy. Clay, 60 points. No dribble.
That was regular season.
Which matter? It does matter, and that matters.
The impact of the
that
play.
matters, Dell.
7 and
Yes,
a
it
quarter
does.
with
Look,
no missed shot.
That matters.
Versus the Ox Kings.
That matters, though. This isn't just about the postseason. This is not just about
I'm just
the postseason.
talking about the play in itself.
That was crazy.
His ceiling of being a basketball player on the Warriors, like what he could bring that game,
Yep.
I think it's higher than what.
Well, who do you
Draymond.
bring in the Draymond role, though?
Exactly. That's the tough
Ben
part.
Simmons.
Well, wait.
Hell no, Dell.
Yeah,
Okay.
But wait a second. Because y'all are forgetting that those years Clay was strapping up on the defensive side too.
We're not even like differently though.
No, he was a good defender, but he
How
was
are you
never
guarding the
elite.
best
He was
players like
more than a
that on
good
the wing
defender.
and then going back?
But
on
elite at
threes?
that time is like, because this is like still like the end of Tony Allen and all them. So like,
No, it's
he was
not.
Clay Thompson
14,
was Clay
15,
Thompson was a
17.
great defender.
He
he was a very good defender.
He wasn't
was elite,
subpar.
right,
He
but-
wasn't
I
average.
don't know if he's elite.
Nah, he was elite. He was elite.
One
He
of
was
the
elite.
Whoever the
I
other
can't
player
say
was
he's
a clean ball handler.
Clay was clean.
You and me just had this conversation yesterday about the point of attack defender in Dallas.
Yeah,
that
he
was
was a
him.
very good-
I remember
That was him. And
But it was a connection. Everybody in that
Yeah,
roster
but I
could
just want
defend
you to
except for
stop acting
Steph.
like Clay
Clay was
Thompson
flat.
only stood in the corner shooting.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Clay was
not-
playing.
I'm saying, but Draymond's role defensively, and then plus what he allowed for them to unlock offensively
Let me ask
because
you
of
a
the
question.
passing
He
and the
was
connected.
that, he
Let me ask
wasn't.
him one question. Did Clay open up more for Draymond or Draymond open it for Clay?
What was with offense?
Yeah, just
Well,
basketball.
floor space and off-ball floor spacing is always going to be Clay.
Mhm.
But like, it's the fact that you were able to put Dre at the 5. Because remember, what made them
because
work?
of the other four pieces.
No, but that's fine. But you need a
Clay
you need a
could be Clay
connected passer
wherever.
at the big
Draymond
though.
could be Draymond there, and that's why he's more important.
Draymond could be no. Say it again.
Draymond could be Draymond in the Warrior system. Clay could be Clay wherever he goes.
His game travel.
Well, no. That's not true because you always need a playmaking guard. You always need a playmaking big. You have to have that next to a player like Clay.
How would
Dre-
Draymond look next to
Dre-
LeBron?
How would he look next to
Yes.
LeBron? If you gave
At that
LeBron,
time,
Kyle
It was
Korver,
like-
Draymond Green, J.R. Smith, and
Yes.
even whoever at point guard, they would have walked everybody down.
Are you serious?
Walked everybody down.
Dale, if you
Walked
put
everybody down.
Hold on.
LeBron James and Dre.
Yes.
So
explain that
if
to
you
me.
would have
How?
had Draymond on ball with LeBron doing whatever he wanted on the other side, moving off screen, running off down screen, whatever, running pick and roll with whoever you had the point guard
LeBron
position.
James at any time of the world in his basketball 20 years of playing is not doing what you're saying.
You don't think he could? But he's
He's not changing his game.
When has he
LeBron
ever?
changed
When
his
has he
game?
been around a passer? Legitimate question. When has he been around a passer and a big
Ray
in
John.
that situation and a big a passer and a big that had the same kind of skill set as Draymond Green?
You're not understanding the fact that
No, I'm
Draymond's
understanding. I'm asking which player.
skill set came from who he's
No, but
playing
he was
with.
already a
He's
gifted
not
passer.
making dimes like
But he was
Magic
already a
Johnson.
gifted
He's
passer, though.
making basic bounce pass.
What do you mean a
What
basic bounce
these-
pass?
no, it's- that's-
A lead pass and a basic bounce pass?
Draymond's a good passer because of his willingness to pass. Now he's not passing anybody.
So you don't- wait, we don't think he's a-
handoff and keeping
he's
the
not a
handoff.
naturally
Y'all
good
think
passer?
He's doing
All he's doing in
extraordinary.
DHOs?
No.
That's what he just said.
But
A bounce pass in DHO?
Dale, that is not true.
These are basic. These are
Show me.
basic.
Show me.
He's not
All
passing
Draymond
anybody
dimes.
open.
Please, someone.
He's not passing you open.
Yes, he is.
What I'm
No,
showing you.
hold on.
Wait.
Right?
How many times do you see
Stand
Draymond
up.
driving?
Wait.
When I do a lead
That's a basic pass, Mike.
No, if they're running a split action or whatever on the wing, and then somebody slips through,
And
it's
Cat makes a
Draymond
pass
that's
like
finding that.
That's a good.
That's
it's
a play.
good
It's
pass.
a system play.
But not everybody can make that pass.
Everybody can make that pass.
No, everybody can't
That's
make
not
that
true.
pass. That's number
That's
one.
not true.
Not everybody can make
I'm
it.
waiting for-
But
I'm-
it's not that difficult, basically.
Thank
It's not that
Because it's not that
difficult.
difficult doesn't mean
It's not
everybody
that
can do it.
difficult. It's not
What
that
the hell is
difficult.
What the hell is that?
When we go to the court, we're gonna do a passing challenge. I'm gonna see all 5 of y'all
Dale,
can't make that
Oh, I
pass.
can definitely make
All
that
5 of
pass.
y'all.
Dale,
In my sleep.
All you gotta do is keep your hands up
Hey,
and put the ball in your hands.
Chat.
no, it's not
Chat,
that simple.
hold on right quick, chill. Chat, I'm gonna provide some clarity and context to this whole thing. We have two big men 6'7", 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". They both play the 4. They play Draymond's position. So they're both play professionally. So they're talking from experience as to why Draymond Green's role is easy and why those passes are easy.
We never said it was easy. When you compare someone to Klay Thompson and what he brings, the magnitude of on a daily basis. Yes, Draymond does what he does, but a system, Draymond needs a system more than Klay would ever do. So that's the important.
Well, they both system players. If we're doing that, both of them, because Klay has no wiggle, no on-ball creation whatsoever, none.
No, but Klay, the way he shoots, Klay could go on every 29 NBA.
Somebody got to get you the ball.
Yeah, somebody.
They're both system players. They're both reliant on superior playmakers.
Do a lot. The way he shoots, no, everybody's effective. What system? KCP could shine in every system, like I brought up, because he can shoot.
But he's better in certain situations than others, though. If you haven't KCP's also been surrounded by LeBron, and then by Jokic, like the best passers in the league.
But he can shoot. But he
didn't have that same kind of success with Detroit or with the Wizards.
Yo, right now, I know you guys can't see the screen. Right now, chill. We got a scumbag in the chat who didn't want to join the show. We got a scumbag in the chat right now. He said, "Sounds plausible."
Wow, Mars.
Nice of you to join the screen, Mars.
So back to what you were talking about when you talked about Draymond with his passes being basic. He throws these guys open off the strength that offense is action. Mm-hmm. It's not like he's just passing the ball to Steph and Steph is cracking. It's not like he's passing the ball to Klay Thompson off screens. No, it's constant movement and it's constant action. So with constant movement, I do have to throw you open because when guys slip screens, you got defenders who can get to those.
You got to read the defense, basically.
Right? You got to read the defense. So so it's not just dribble handoffs. I got to make sure that Ox might switch. If Ox want to switch on the top side, I'm going to keep the ball and go to the basket. So Draymond knows that sort of stuff. You can't just replace that with anybody.
You can't.
So with a guy like
you can replace that with Ben Simmons.
Now you can't just replace that with Ben Simmons. And the reason why you can't replace that with Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons has shown mentally that he's unstable. Now Draymond.
So is Draymond.
Hold on.
That's a different reason though.
That's a different thing. Because I knew exactly where you was going with that. I knew exactly where you was going.
You're not lying,
because Draymond could go off the rails too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about strictly from a basketball standpoint.
Yeah.
When I got a dribble handoff. When I'm throwing a guy open. When I'm back screening. Sure, Klay's action. Mic check. I'm sorry. Sure, Klay's action is transferable more than anything. Like you throw Klay on the Knicks, you throw Klay on
the Mavericks.
Anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Especially at that time in particular. Especially at that time. His game travels. I think it's much harder to replace Draymond considering everything that he does. We're talking about a dude that's playing not just at an all-league defensive, not just at an all-league defense level. We're talking about arguably the best defensive player in the league and one of the smartest basketball players on the offensive end. That's hard to replace.
Best defender in the league for years.
On the defensive end too. Draymond's IQ is very high.
That's hard to replace, man.
That's very, very high.
That's the thing too for me. Like between the two of them, it's a tough question. But when you're arguing about who impacts the game more on both sides, because Klay, when he was before the injuries, like y'all said, elite defender, elite two-way player, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was up there at that time, 2016, 2017, being talked about as one of the best two-way players in the game.
Isn't Klay more of a ceiling raiser and Draymond's a floor raiser though?
Warriors?
I see what
you're saying.
The Warriors are better when he's on the court.
You fight that, Ron?
When I say the on and offs with Draymond, with the plus minus and all that, you could see it without, like, if somebody handed you a chart that showed you the plus minus and Draymond's impact on and off the court for the Warriors for those peak years, right? You would look at it and you would remember the games that you watched to see when shit went south when he wasn't in the game.
Right.
Or, like you said, one of the best IQs offensively in terms of what his playmaking could do because he's reading the defense.
And then probably the smartest defender in the league.
Yeah. So that's a tough thing. I will agree. It would be hard to replace any of the two
one of them.
But with Draymond, it's like you would have to find a big, and the only one that you could really say is comparable would be Ben Simmons, but that still isn't the same thing as having.
But you're not going to get the same thing replacing Klay. You're not going to get the same
thing with Klay either.
I don't understand how you can say like Wesley Matthews in his heyday.
Hey man, respect like Allen Crabbe.
And all those names, but
Dale, let me ask you a question.
Dynasty.
Is Klay more of a hired gun than Draymond is?
For other teams?
Let's just say for the sake of argument, he's playing somewhere else. Like he ain't in Golden State. And
okay.
He's more. Would he be more of a higher gun than what Draymond would be? Because if you consider what he's doing in Dallas, what does he do? What's his role in Dallas?
I think Clay's playing the exact same way he played in, like his role being a scorer, catch and shoot, playing defense.
Right.
I think it's the exact same thing as he was in the Warriors.
The defense part,
Yeah, he's not the same defender.
Right. I think he's more of a higher gun today.
He's not the same defender, but he's like, if you're attacking him and like he's a body. He's gonna be there, and he has a lot to prove. One thing about Clay, he's gonna be out there a lot to prove. If we're talking today in basketball today, I think right now he's a better player than Draymond.
Hey, Dale. My man Mike just chimed in the chat. He said, Delroy James, you don't know ball. Stop riding KD and watch some film.
Oh, okay.
That's the same Mike.
Was that super chat?
Yeah. Does he want?
No, it wasn't.
It was not a super chat.
It wasn't a super chat?
No.
I don't know. I don't got my contacts here right
Mike's
now.
Comments is crazy. Mike is bum.
Does he want?
But didn't Mike come and talk to you?
Yeah, he wet the bed every time.
Wow.
No, but did we even bring up Kevin Durant today?
We ain't even
No,
talking about it. No.
But they do that to you like they do with me with Joker. It's the same thing.
We
we
about to
He
get there.
trying to start something.
We get into all 30 teams, which Dale, I'm glad you brought that up because we about to get to your home state. We're gonna talk about both franchises, but we're gonna start with the Knicks first.
Patrick Ewing.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was going to.
Patrick Ewing.
No discussion. We don't want to talk about.
Are you gonna say Carmelo?
We could talk about Willis Reed. Yes, we
Yeah, that's
can.
what I'm saying.
We can have a conversation about Willis Reed.
We could talk about Amari.
It should have been Allen Houston, but that's a different conversation.
We
That's
could
my
talk. We
favorite
could
player of all
talk.
time.
Yeah, Allen was cold.
We could talk about Willis Reed.
They got a lot
Him
of
and John
great
Starks.
players.
Walt don't get no love.
Two players of all time.
Walt Frazier too. Walt Frazier could have been the finals MVP.
The Black
in
Pearl, yeah.
And in '73, he could have been the finals
Talk about
MVP.
Latrell for a second.
100%.
Latrell was cold too.
Latrell was like,
The Knicks had some
Y'all
dudes.
dudes just naming names, yo. You moved into the crib.
Look
That's
like
what you
Rail.
did. You moved into the crib and you got a room.
Nah, chill. You know what I
for a little while.
realized about you,
That's what
chill?
you did.
You don't like players that have cornrows. That's what I
No, that has nothing to do with it. I dig Allen Iverson. What are you talking about? I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I've never heard you talk positive about Allen Iverson.
What? That's not true. But let's get back. Let's get
Every
back
time I
to
bring him John Moran, he'd be like,
the-
You don't like grades?
Does y'all have cornrows?
"No, he has
Yeah.
locks.
this new
No.
stuff.
No, he has locks."
What are you talking about?
Patrick
So
Ewing.
anyway,
It's Pat.
Pat for me.
if you think about the 4 years of Pat's peak, I'm giving him 3 years. I'm gonna go.
89,
I'm gonna go 89 and
You said he
93.
was better than Embiid.
Yeah, I did say that.
If Pat at his peak better than Embiid,
Yes.
come on.
Pat is different to me. Y'all don't
I
understand.
don't know what this dude talking
Pat is
about,
really
yo.
different
He don't
than me.
remember the beast.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing
He
at me
don't
like that?
remember the beast.
What did he do better than Embiid?
He don't
besides-
remember the beast.
So rim protection again. You're gonna go back to this nonsense again. Then you're gonna bring up scoring, and it's gonna be clear. You're gonna
And
bring up
all
passing.
you got
it's
is
gonna be clear.
buckets.
What do you mean? And scoring and passing, both of them.
Why is passing clear? Just because
For Embiid,
because he averaged more assists?
Embiid's just a better natural passer than Ewing.
I
And he
don't
can
know,
tell you
but
that
he
for a
was
fact.
negative,
I
though.
don't know. I don't know if you watch Patrick
Tell me
Ewing play
was Ewing
basketball.
ever a good, even in the regular season contact, when was he ever a better
Ewing is
passer?
a black hole. I
than
won't
Embiid?
argue that. But that was because of
So
the way
if you're a
that-
whole
that-
black hole as a
that's-
passer, so
I
you
don't
can't
think
do
he's
nothing.
I don't think he was. I don't agree with that either. I don't think I watch all Knicks basketball, young, and
I
I
uh,
did too.
watch it. Yeah,
I did
I don't
too.
think
2
he was
assists
a
a game, 2
black
turnovers a
hole
game.
as a what's the name. Patrick Ewing was really different. It's just happened that Pat came up in the time with Shaq.
He ran into Jordan.
No, not even. I'm talking about big.
You're talking
men.
about big men.
Jack, Shaq, Hakeem.
David
Bonus was
Robinson.
okay.
David.
Robinson.
Yeah.
All-
Yeah, I mean, you can
it's
give
Jokic and Embiid.
you can give
Pick
you,
and choose.
but no, for who? For what?
No, I'm just saying, it's Jokic and Embiid in the big man era.
Respect
today.
Anthony Davis.
Respect them.
See, I have AD as a power forward.
I'm saying
He played the last 5
I
years,
know, but
Dale.
that's who I am. He's a power forward to me.
I
I'm sorry.
understand what you mean. Yeah.
He's just power forward. You change it.
Sabonis was a 4
No, he's a 5.
for a long time. No, but he was a 4
He's
for
a 5
years.
now.
Yeah,
But he's been a 5 the
what's
last
Sabonis?
several years.
On the
DeMontis.
Kings,
DeMontis.
he's a power forward to me as well. I don't look at him as a big man either. These new era, like you just said, Draymond plays center.
Yeah.
So what? He's power forward.
The
That's how-
stretch for
that's
Yeah,
why we
you know
need
what I'm saying?
Robert
Come on,
Williams. That's why we
I'm
need
not-
Robert Williams.
Like I get it. Like y'all gonna say KP next is a center. Porzingis is also a 4 to me. So I get it. The real big mans that could go back to the basket and do all that stuff. You got Jokic and you got Embiid. Back
DeMontis
then,
got block work.
who?
DeMontis got block
Yeah,
work.
but and that's also another play. He can't play defense like Draymond. He could have played the Warriors system and passing at the top of the key as well as. That's another play.
DeMontis would have been nice on that offensive end.
Yeah, that was
DeMontis would
only
have
offense.
hell.
Yeah,
He couldn't control the D like
Only
Draymond talking and pointing. He couldn't do that, but that's another player.
Mhm.
DeMontis.
Did they have one with DeMontis?
Yes, but this one more time.
You said they could win with Wesley Matthews.
Yo,
You thought about the name.
I was going back to that same year. I was going to 14, 15.
No,
Yo,
man.
I was trying to bring up a name. Draymond, like I said, like Cephalosha or something like that. Wesley Matthews was the dude. He was good to shoot. Wesley Matthews was on the train to be one of the best shooting guards in the league prior to the Achilles injury. We agree with that.
No, we don't agree with that.
Shooting guard in the league.
One of the best shooting guards. Remember, the shooting guard went deep.
Shooting guard on his team.
Who was better?
CJ.
Got him there.
Please don't fight that.
Swiper.
What are you talking about?
You know what you fighting at.
Do you personally know Wesley Matthews?
I do. His dad coached me. Don't show this, but I'm sorry.
Sound like you don't.
Yo, but wait, Swiper, because I want to go back to that real quick. Because the defensive end of the floor, which Draymond Green was the best defender, but there was a lot of team defense being played on that team, which included Andre Iguodala, which included Klay Thompson, which included Harrison Barnes before he got up out of there.
Yeah.
They had a lot of defenders. It wasn't just Draymond.
He would have had to wall off LeBron though sometimes, but like as the 5, that would have been the issue.
I don't want to get off. I want to get back to what we was talking about.
That's why I want to be quiet.
We forgot about Ewing because you keep sitting here telling me about Ewing being deficient as a passer. Meanwhile, that's your argument over Joel Embiid.
He wasn't a better scorer.
That's your argument over Joel Embiid. When you told me Joel Embiid is a negative
in the playoffs.
But meanwhile, that's the same thing that
what was Patrick Ewing? Nothing.
Which means you can't use that argument because it's the same thing.
I didn't hear you. What was Patrick doing? What?
A negative. He was a negative playmaker. He was never a positive playmaker. See, that's not what he did.
Neither is Joel Embiid. So if that's the case,
Embiid is a better overall offensive player.
But Pat wasn't like, you called him black hole. I never really seen Pat like be like a ball hog. Like he
not a ball hog.
He
didn't have the ability to be like the next level passer for the team to be like distributing and all
that's
that.
Because Swiper, you compare big man passers to Jokic. Everybody, Jokic
have I brought up Joker?
You don't have to. I know
I haven't said a word.
You don't have to say a word about Joker.
Why every time you look at me, you bring up that man?
The reason why, because I know you. The reason why, because I know you.
No, I said Embiid.
You don't have to bring up. Anytime we talk about big man passes,
I said Embiid.
Anytime we bring up big man passes, Joker is the barometer.
You're not in my brain. You know what I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, Swiper, we all know you was thinking about Jokic, though.
The era of basketball today compared to back then, you threw it in the big man back then is to get a buck.
That was the buck. That was the
get a buck.
But there were positive passing, playmaking bigs even at that time. No, Wilt is just in the same conversation as Joker as a passer.
So
you said that.
I don't think
and
so.
And you lied. Again.
Yeah, but
that's even way past that time.
That's boosted passing. Draymond could actually pass.
Wilt. But Swiper, at that time, you still put the ball over the block.
Am I not seeing Wilt throw the ball over his head? Am I not seeing Wilt pass behind his back?
He's 7'2". The dude guarding him is 6'5". So
even Olajuwon, I'm trying to remember back in the days, like
Olajuwon better passer than Patrick.
Probably, but I'm trying to remember. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
David Robinson, you go get a bucket. Shaq, and Shaq is a very good passer.
Dale just said it. The offense was ran through the big man. Go get the ball in the box. Go get me a bucket.
You only had one playmaker back then, really. You had the 3-man, who's the most versatile in the position back in the 90s. The 3-man and the 1-man, the main playmakers of the game.
Only one playmaker.
Oh, the main playmakers of the game back in the 90s is the 3 and the 1. That's
who was the best playmaking 3 in the 90s?
Pippen.
Grant Hill, Scottie Pippen. Let me see. Let me try to
find
better
playmakers than Jordan.
No, are you not listening to what I'm saying?
Scottie was a better playmaker.
You're not. I'm saying the main playmakers of that era is the point guard and the small forwards of that era.
Yeah,
fellas.
And Scottie Pippen is a better playmaker than Michael Jordan.
I have to step in right now.
He created the position point forward. My forearm.
Because Arch 3. I don't know how we went from Arch 1, skipped Arch 2, and got to Arch 3.
Mm-hmm.
But Arch 3 sent through a $500 super chat. Damn.
Nice.
And Dale, you want to read what he said?
No, you can read it. I can't see either.
He said, Mr. Delroy James with 3 O's.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Delroy James. That's what's up, right?
That's what he said.
That's it.
I'm telling you, bro. That's Bam. It's Bam in Asia. We went through this the other day.
I bring content. I brought $500. Thanks.
Hey,
we Dale necessary. Stop acting like Dale ain't necessary. We need him. We need Dale.
Dale's the Klay Thompson of the team.
Get Dale on the crew.
I never left the crew. I'm always a part of the guys.
And I know I said we skipped over Arch 2. We didn't. Arch 2 came through with 50 Players' Choice memberships. So shout out to Arch 1, shout out to Arch 2, shout out to Arch 3. And if there is an Arch 4 somewhere out there, I'm tipping my hat to you too, or tipping my jersey.
Arch, send a $100 super chat if you are Bam Adebayo. Please confirm.
Or send another 500 if you are Michael Jordan.
I might know who Arch 3 is. I got it. I'll find out after I get my phone.
Who Arch is?
Arch 3. The one that's in fine. I might.
All I know is the more that I've been crashing on the chill, the more Arch has been contributing. So
We gotta keep that going.
right.
We got some members chats that I'm gonna go ahead and get into, and then the next franchise we're gonna get to is the Nets, and then we'll get to all the other franchises as well. But your guy, Boss Man, has been a member for 3 months. He said Arch should have paid for Mars' ticket.
Damn.
Mars' ticket was paid for. He literally didn't want to come, y'all. But this is y'all man.
He told y'all he just like to sit in his room. He don't want to go nowhere.
He said that.
With his gray hoodie.
He said that.
And his cat.
He 100% said that. He said that.
It's Zamzay said we need Mars on a TV screen like Kim Possible.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Hey man, shout out to Rufus.
Yeah.
Keeping it lit. Arch 2 sent through 50 Players' Choice memberships again. So look, if you're out here and you're getting these memberships that Arch is just dishing out, first off, happy birthday. Second off, make sure that you subscribe and make sure you like the video as well. Arch isn't just giving you these memberships for a reason. Arch is giving you a responsibility that comes with these memberships. And that means you have to become a permanent member. That means you have to subscribe. That means you have to like the video. And that means you have to jump in the chat and keep going. It's as simple as that. That's all we ask of you guys.
Right.
Keeping it pushing. Yersta said, why Swiper looking like a brown Vladimir Lenin?
Who's that? Vladimir who?
Lenin.
Who's that? Vladimir Lenin.
Like Lenin, like the dictator, like before Stalin.
He said a brown Vladimir Lenin. He said Swiper be talking about Star Wars, but never played Kotar.
Like both of these
I never played it.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Bro.
He said original Star Wars doo-doo. Old Republic clears.
Oh, Vladimir Lenin. He was the chair of the Council of the People's Commissars of Soviet Union. Okay, we have a historian in the chat. I love that.
Shout out to Dub Historian. MP13, y'all know the name, y'all know the face. He said midway through the season, when Klay looks like a lesser Luke Kennard, even with playing alongside Kyrie and Luka, you guys need to revisit who people think Klay is.
Did he say a
So-
lesser Luke?
He said a lesser
That's what
Luke.
I will say. I'm very confused at the Klay Thompson slander. Very confused because in 2023, his first full season back, man's averaged 11.3.4 attempts per game from three.
Yep.
Shot 41% from three.
Yep.
And led the league in threes. Had over 300.
Sure.
His first full season back from the two worst injuries that a basketball player could possibly suffer.
It was career injury.
Like the efficiency on the volume, Klay's probably the highest volume matched with great efficiency shooter ever. If you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm getting at.
That's like
11. Okay, Steph too. Steph and Clay, they're in the mix. But 11, damn near 12 threes a game, shooting it above 40%.
Well, to be fair, including volume, maybe James Harden.
Well,
Including
James,
volume and shot type.
in the top 5 3-point shooters, James Harden has the worst efficiency, but the most attempts.
But he's like the most pull-ups, I think.
Yeah,
like wonderful
yeah.
pull-ups.
I'm like, damn. But let me not disrespect MVP Harden.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy to me. The Klay slander is crazy. But
do you think that the Mavs are gonna be able to pull it off?
I mean, to say that Tim Hardaway, they got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr., right?
Right.
And replaced him essentially with Klay Thompson. That's where his role is going to be in
Right.
the corner, open threes and shit.
Right.
Really?
So
if it wasn't Klay, like this past season or past 2 seasons, anybody else that shot like Klay has shot these past 2 seasons, if there would have been great shooting.
Right.
But the fact that it's Klay, we act
Right.
like it was,
He's the one who set the
He
Klay
set
is
the
one who
standard.
bar,
he set his
though.
bar too high. You know,
Yeah, I think Clay's cold, bro.
that's like when you do all your homework the first semester, and in the
Get all
second
A's.
semester you kind of, you know,
Yeah,
and they'd be like, "Oh, you're a bad student." Like,
Mhm.
I didn't mean to do that much homework to begin with.
Right.
I got another super chat. This was actually the first super chat of the show from a man by the name of Alan L. He said, "This is super cool, but you still an L host."
Garbage.
You did
Trash.
Say, I
Dog
think
water.
You probably said it during Trae Young.
Mhm. Trash.
Probably.
Garbage.
All right. Oh, Mo77 said, respect my GOAT Luka. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna have to have that conversation.
No, we
I don't
not.
want to, but the chat wants to.
No, we not.
Chill, and the chat clears, right?
Yes, apparently they do.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Said apparently, chat.
apparently they do. So.
All right, y'all. Let's get on to the next team. We've done the Celtics. It was Bill Russell. We did Atlanta. It was Dominique Wilkins. We did the Pistons. Isaiah Thomas. The Hornets. Kemba Walker. The Raptors. Kawhi Leonard.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was Vince Carter or Kawhi.
I'm bugging out.
It was supposed to be Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, we said the Raptors fans said Kyle Lowry. He said Vince, and then Kawhi just because of the mission, the urban missionary season.
I got a nice Kawhi debate coming.
I
can't wait.
The Sixers. Dr. J. Cleveland.
What?
Next. The Pacers. Reggie Miller. The Warriors. Steph Curry. And then last, we did the Knicks. That was Patrick Ewing. Next, we got the Brooklyn Nets. This should be interesting, fellas, right? This should be a conversation.
Well, New Jersey included.
Yeah.
Oh, it's J Kidd.
J Kidd, but I think it's Dr. J.
I was about to say
Yeah.
He gets two this time. He gets
It's
Philly
Dr.
and
J.
then
But wasn't it ABA?
it was.
I gotta count it.
So we count ABA.
I gotta count it.
Well, if we're doing ABA,
Well,
it's Dr. J.
If
No, I'm
not,
taking
if not
Jason
the
Kidd
J
as well.
Kidd, if not
I'm
the J
taking
Kidd.
Jason
I'm taking Jason Kidd as well, but
Yeah, so are we including ABA?
ABA stats don't go into the
Doctor-
ABA stats,
but-
so how could
Okay.
you say?
But Dr.
Okay.
J's ABA is like a standalone, clear top 12, maybe top 13 player ever.
Well, if we're not counting that, then J Kidd.
Did Jason Kidd play for the Nets long enough?
What do you do? 5?
Yeah.
5 seasons.
Did he?
It was long enough
It
to
was-
get them to.
What,
Back-to-back
five
NBA
or six
finals.
seasons?
Yeah.
And he got robbed. One of Tim Duncan MVPs is his.
Mhm.
Speak on it.
That 2002 MVP that Tim Duncan won is not Jason Kidd's.
I don't know which one. I said
It
one
definitely
of
ain't the 2003 one.
Yeah,
No.
not 2000.
them. Oh, okay. So then, Jason Kidd first year in Brooklyn, whatever year that was, that's his MVP. That's his MVP. The way you want to do criteria of MVP now, that's his.
That's
MVP.
all. That's
If
02.
Steve
then.
Nash
That's 02,
got
right?
one
02?
for turning
Yes,
around
that's
the
in 02,
organization in
yeah.
05.
That's his MVP.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd was finals, first place, whatever he.
It was 24 wins the year before they got the same
Yeah.
crew coming back. He replaced
Marbury with him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
replaced Marbury.
That's his
with
MVP
Jason
right
Kidd.
there.
That's his MVP. Like it was crazy.
What was that? The championship squad. It was J Kidd, Kerry Kittles,
J.
Kenyon
Kidd,
Martin,
Kerry Kidd came on, Keith Van Horn, Aaron Williams.
Aaron Williams. right. Mhm.
The next year was Todd McCullough. Todd might have been on both years.
He was in 02. Matumbo was in 03.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Matumbo was in 03.
That's something Matumbo's legacy too. That he got 2 franchises in a 4-year period.
In
Yeah.
a 2-year period. Was it in 2001.
01.
3 years.
Yeah,
that's
2 year.
3 years. Yeah.
I forgot Matumbo was on
Yeah,
the
he
second
was.
year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going Kid. Though.
So everybody going Kid? Is this a
Yeah.
wash?
Indeed.
Hey, shout out J Kidd, man, the point guard. All right. Next, this should be very controversial, chat. And I need you guys to chime in. I think it's only a 2-man race, but maybe we'll see. The Miami Heat.
It's not controversial, Ron.
Eddie
no,
Jones.
It's not. No, it is not controversial at all.
Alonzo Mourning,
Shout out Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones.
Why is it
so-
not controversial, Chill?
I think I think that if we're going off what the criteria is, right? If we're going off what the criteria is, and not just what the criteria is, but who played for as long as Wade playing for as long as he played there, doing what he did. I think Dwayne Wade is the best player I think he's the best player in the history of the Miami Heat.
Well,
Playing there for 13 years.
I don't.
No, I'm sorry, not 13 years. He showed up in 2003. He retired he played 13 years there because he ended up in Cleveland and he ended up in Chicago. Considering what he did, being the All-Pro that he was, the all-league defender that he was, getting that team to the NBA championship,
Great
winning
player.
the NBA championship with a lesser Shaq, who still was elite at that time, but took the reins over. He leads them in every category.
Mhm.
He's a great player.
A top three. He's the best 2 guard that they've ever had. I think he's the best player that they've ever had.
Yo, Chill.
This-
I understand. Ox, I get you. ZZ, Swiper. The thing about it is, I'm tired of listening to you guys talk
Damn.
because you guys aren't really giving the chat what they need.
What do they need?
But I know somebody personally that chat. I'm gonna just shut up and I'm gonna pass the ball to the man of the hour, The man of the year.
Blackman in the house?
Hold on, chat. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
What? Is Mars Blackman in the house?
Like you ain't seen me waiting for.
What up, Mars Blackman?
Like you ain't seen me waiting behind the scenes. Oh, we should be surprised I'm here.
What up, Mars Blackman in the house?
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Mars
Happy to be
in the
here, man.
building.
Very happy to be here.
Yo, Mars Blackman is in the house. What's up, brother?
Glad you
Hello.
can make it, bro.
Fashionably late, man. Like, all intended. I planned on being this late just to arrive in style.
Uh-huh.
Definitely wasn't because of a hold up. Definitely.
Uh-huh. The heavyweight championship belt.
You can't give me the belt yet. That's temporary.
Tempering like a mother.
I mean, Adam Silver do it.
Yeah,
Baby Star do
but
it.
we
Look,
meant to be better than them, man.
I'm gonna just put it right here for you, boys. There you go.
I guess. Okay.
Nice chat. Look at it.
Look like it's from the floor.
It's gonna drop. Man.
Yeah.
If I touch it, that's messing with you.
Yes, that's voodoo right there.
Yeah. See, I'm not meant to touch it.
There it is, right there.
There we go.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
Bing bong.
I know what James. If we being honest, I know what James did for the Heat.
Yeah.
I can dig that in a 4-year span. So if we doing this, if we doing what we doing with Kawhi Leonard, we got to do the same thing with James,
Obviously, LeBron though.
right? If we doing what we did with Kawhi Leonard,
They
we
went
gotta do
to
the same thing
4
with James.
straight finals,
Right? They did. Go to
and he
four
won
straight.
2 MVPs
Yes, he did.
and should have won a third.
Hmm.
Like,
He actually should have. Well, in 14. you
No,
can make-
14 is KD. 11 is the one that I guess maybe.
I'm
that
telling
would've
you,
been
man,
5 straight
I
years
just
him
think
winning the league
yeah.
MVP.
I love Dwayne Wade, and 06 is special, but it's LeBron was like,
But
otherworldly.
but here's
I mean,
my
it's
question to
like-
you, Swiper. Okay, he's a better player than Dwayne Wade. I won't argue that part, right? I won't argue that.
Right.
But in a 4-year span, you telling me that what he did in them 4 years is way more impactful. Is a bigger deal than what Dwayne Wade did in the 13 years.
So basically,
14
you're
years that he
saying
played
03 to 9 for Wade is what puts him in that conversation.
And not just
Well, plus 9 to 16. Then
Yeah.
we came back.
yeah.
Well, I know, but like but after that point though, like
Just
post
because,
LeBron, it
just
was
because Braun was there doesn't mean D-Wade wasn't putting in work.
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
he was good.
Especially
No, he
11
wasn't good. Swiper.
No,
He
I'm
was
saying
better
like
than
he was like a really good player still, and then like he obviously got injuries and all that stuff. But I mean, if you want to put Wade, you can. It's LeBron.
no
was
doubt for me it's D-Wade.
that 4-year-old was nuts.
I said too, like Wade County, they called it Wade County for a
Yeah.
reason, and they kept calling it that after LeBron.
To be
left.
fair, like it works. You know,
Yeah,
Wade
yeah.
County, Wade.
To your point though, like I don't think anybody's refuting LeBron's the better player, but
He
greater
clearly
for that-
is.
Yeah, right. Greater for that franchise who Heat fans hold to the highest regard is D Wade. I'm gonna go D Wade.
I live in South Florida. When you think about the Miami Heat,
Mhm.
D Wade is the first guy that comes up.
Mhm.
As good as James was there, right? People don't even really associate James with the Miami Heat like that, considering everything he did. He's the only league MVP, and he did it in back-to-back seasons. He was second in Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Wade. I think Wade was third in league
DPOI.
MVP votes,
Mhm.
and they still
MVP.
look at Wade like Wade is a Miami Heat.
Yeah.
James is more of a rental, like what Kawhi Leonard was with Toronto, than what Wade is.
Right.
So when I'm thinking about great players, how long you were there, what you did while you were there, how impactful, I think it's Dwayne Wade, and I don't think it's a question, to be honest.
But
with you.
it's hard to overstate that. The LeBron James in Miami might be the best basketball player that's ever existed.
Ever.
Right.
Like you get that
Ever.
for 2 years, that might be enough to supplant a lot of
Mhm.
people. Now
Mhm.
D Wade, I don't know, because that's probably the third best shooting guard ever.
Mhm.
But you get the best player ever, maybe.
Mhm.
Jordan fans chill. But like you get that. There's an argument.
For a short period of time, though,
I mean, you get the best ever for 1 year, I'll take it. Like
which is why Kawhi
Kawhi,
Leonard is where
yeah.
he is,
yeah, I wouldn't pick Kawhi, but if it's LeBron, I probably would have picked LeBron.
considering what he
That was the
did.
question.
That's man. If James would have played there a little bit longer, if he would have played longer than 4 years, if he could have gave me like 7 to 8 years,
It was burnt out though.
I think that the conversation would have been, I think, a lot louder.
Yeah.
I can appreciate your logic, Mars, and the fact that if I could get one player who's the best ever for like 2 years, it kind of makes you forget about everybody else.
It does.
It does.
What year did Bosch get the blood clots?
What did,
2016. Yeah.
which they could end up seeing the Cavs in the East Finals if he doesn't end up having to retire. That could
Mhm.
happen because that Cavs team. I'm sorry, that Heat team was good,
Yeah.
and Wade was playing good still at that point.
I was gonna ask you why you dressed like Tony
They
Montana.
did first
He
round.
straight looked like Tony Montana, don't he? Except Tony
If you-
Montana can't pull off the J's though.
Future just dropped last night too.
He can't pull off the J's. Like that.
Tony
there would've been-
Montana.
Swiper. I'm gonna just plead the fifth on this. So we're at the Miami Heat right now, right?
Mhm.
No, we done with
And-
Miami. We got
I think we got Wade.
Is Wade?
Yeah.
All right, but who went for LeBron though?
Mars.
No,
Well,
I made what would be the case.
Okay,
I ain't
okay,
picking.
okay.
It's called fence sitting.
Okay.
Nate R sent through a members chat. He's been around for 17 months. He said, Dub PC weekend, L host.
Garbage. Trash.
Ooh.
Get
Mark,
him off the floor.
I'm an L host.
I plead the fifth.
But you can make the case that I'm a Dub host, though.
No,
Oh.
he cannot. No way he can. No way, bro.
That's crazy.
No.
Should have left
Chat,
that.
no.
You should have left that. I don't know why.
No.
Chat, I don't got a shot, chat.
Garbage.
Not after the job I just did a couple of days ago. They not messing with you no more.
Trash.
Bro. You should've- I told you never let me sit in that host chair and never be the same.
Trash. Straight trash.
You did a good job.
Thanks,
It was quick and
You did
efficient.
do a good job, my dog.
And now you're up here, caping?
It was quick. It was quick and efficient.
Hey, thank God JD's not still hosting. I'd definitely be out of a job. But I appreciate you for retiring, JD. Thank you. All right. Well, we got D Wade for the Miami Heat. The next franchise we got, since we got Mars here, it's only right that we ring him in well with the Houston Rockets.
I think this is easy too.
Oh, so it's easy?
Yeah, it's
100%.
easy.
Yeah.
We don't
Let's
even
make the case
think
for
about
James Harden at least. Like, let's
You can make the case for him.
Go ahead.
Why
I
are we
think.
going to waste that time?
Yeah,
Right,
because-
no, I mean we know it's Hakeem. But
Yeah, you can make the case for
For number 3
Go ahead.
and 2, sure. Not for number 1.
Oh, I don't know,
Three.
man.
3.
three.
For there's no number one
Moses.
discussion.
Oh.
Moses.
If you take Moses over James, okay. We won't have the discussion now.
We're not.
Hakeem, let's do the discussion.
There's
I'm not
another-
doing Moses and James Harden.
There's
I'm not
another
doing
guy too. Goes by the name Maxos. Just wanna let y'all know.
Of what?
Max.
Tracy McGrady is not
say
in conversation
back
with-
shots?
No.
Yo, that's
No.
crazy.
Yo, whose nickname is Backshots?
Diddy's. But look, I think if
Pause.
we look at it, I want to know who 2 and 3 was, Swiper.
I think he got Moses.
Moses,
Yeah.
Moses and James.
He's
Moses and
doing
James
Moses
Harden.
and James as a comparison.
Yeah.
It's either Hakeem. It's Hakeem.
It's Hakeem, and then James Harden is 2. Like very definitively 1 and 2,
I would put Harden too, just because he is
Now-
one of my favorite players.
and
Too.
he's better.
Yeah.
Now Moses with the 2 league MVPs and the all-league defender.
No, hear him out, Mars. Hear him out.
two league MVPs, the all-league defender. I won't argue. Now, again, Mars, what I won't do is I won't argue James Harden being what he was in 19, where, I mean, the league hadn't seen a scoring machine like that.
He didn't. That's the year he led the league in isolation, possessions, and efficiency.
Yeah,
And then the next year he led the league in possessions and was second in efficiency.
yeah. So I'm not going to argue that, but I can counter that with what Moses, when he won the league MVP in 82 with a 4th seed Houston Rockets team that wasn't very talented, and he was averaging almost 30 and 20 with that crew. Almost
I don't
30
be
and
praising
20.
people who be rebounding their own misses.
I 100%
I don't
praise people who rebound, and the reason why I
make
do
the
is because
layup
it
and you
leads-
don't average 20 rebounds. Like,
It's sometimes
He averaged 30 and 14,
just
as
because
a
you're
matter of
close
fact,
to the
now that
rim
I
don't
think
mean it's
about
an easy shot, especially when you got arms, you getting hit and you being a beast. That's a big deal as far, especially
Sounds like you know from experience.
I do. I've been under the rim, tipping the ball back to myself, getting my
Getting beat up.
rebound, going back up strong. I'm not
beat up.
trying to miss, but sometimes there's a lid on it, and
He
that
was
extra
trying to
effort,
miss.
that
He was
extra
trying
effort
to
goes a long way.
he was trying to miss, but it's cool.
And what we can't do, Mars, is since you're on the subject of guys trying to miss, I mean, James Harden with the volume that he wasn't
He wasn't
shooting.
trying to miss.
I don't know. I don't know.
He was just
James Harden
missing.
was shooting every time thinking that shot was going to go in. There's no way you thought
He
that
believed
shot
in it.
was
He
gonna
believed
go
in it. He believed in
I
it.
think it was from
Not only that, but just coming through, doing this, ripping your arms up. He's not trying to make a shot.
Foul
He's throwing his arms up, coming through the lane with the ball down here, throwing
foul
it's
baiting,
like, well, that's
stuff
not,
like that.
That's
Yeah.
cool to low Gavin, man. When Kyrie do it, it's ethical, but because James Harden gets fouled doing it, it's not ethical.
it's never ethical. It's
Haters gonna hate.
terrible.
He did change the game, though, Mars. I won't argue that.
He did.
From an offensive standpoint, he 100% changed the game.
Definitely changed the game. Show regressed us.
He set us back.
Put us in the ice age.
But fellas, knock knock.
Who's there?
Adam West.
Adam West.
He just wants to talk, Mars. He just wants
What,
to
Steve
talk.
Francis for Houston?
He said,
"Oh no,
you can see it on the screen. Right quick, Arch. We're going to get you, Arch. Adam West said Steve Francis is the best Houston Rocket.
Let him beat the Katina man.
Shout out, franchise.
Yeah, shout out to him.
we can recognize Steve Francis as a player,
yeah.
but for the Houston Rockets, was he?
It's like we gotta recognize Yao Ming too.
Hey,
Like
Well, think about.
I'd recognize
think
Yao
about
before
James
I
Harden.
I would also
Yeah,
recognize.
I recognize
Like
Yao.
you think about James Harden as at that point when James Harden was rocking. Can you name a guard in the game better than him?
You'd like it would be Steph.
It would be Steph, but shooting guard wise, no.
That's as far as we going.
Yo, right quick. Hi, Adam West. Bye, Adam West. Welcome, Arch 4. Hey, Arch 4. Thank you for stepping into the room. Arch 4 has now chimed in with a $500 super chat. Yet again, hey, Arch 4, you outdid Arch 3. You outdid yourself or your old self or whatever that is. But he said, respect Arch 2.
100%. You ain't even shout out Arch 2.
Facts.
Didn't.
I'm telling you,
ain't
it's Bam. I know it's Bam.
You didn't say nothing about Arch 2. Nothing. This is why you garbage as a host.
I'm
Trash,
sorry, Arch
Ross.
2.
Trash.
I was caught up on Arch 3.
This is your man.
I'm sorry.
This is your dude.
Arch 2, no disrespect, but Arch 3 outdid you. And now Arch 3 out with the old, in with the new. Arch 4 said, respect Arch 2. Run. Choo.
You ain't even shout him out. What are you doing?
I don't know what the choo-choo means, Arch. Y'all know what the choo-choo means?
He said $500. He can say what he wants.
Facts.
Choo-choo. Yeah. And we're going to keep chugging on to the next team, which is... Wait, hold up. With the Rockets. Moses Malone, right?
I just wanted to make sure, Z. I just wanted to make sure that we like you said Curry.
Mm-hmm.
That's the closest guy,
Yeah.
right? When Olajuwon was playing.
It was CP3.
Like, who at that time?
Was CP3 the third best guard in the league at that point?
What, 17, 18, 19?
Russell Westbrook, maybe?
Before
Russell.
that, well, 14.
Russ,
Chris
Dame,
Paul.
Well, Chris Paul's
Don't
always
forget
been
Dame.
like, for
Don't
me,
forget
Chris
Dame.
Paul's
Oh,
always
Kyrie.
been a top 3 traditional point guard for his, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when people are like, oh, well, we're talking about traditional guards that can play, make, and get the assists. Chris Paul was always in that conversation. But if we're talking about those years specifically, 2016 to 2018, you throw Steph in there in terms of guards. You throw Steph in there, MVP Russ, and then Harden had been consistent up until that point from, like, honestly, the first year he touched down in Houston.
Right.
Well, who were the second team All-NBA guards? 17, 18.
Kyrie would probably be one of them.
Kyrie was definitely
Kyrie
up there
17.
for sure.
Dame Lillard.
Isaiah
Thomas.
Thomas MVP.
Dame Lillard.
MVP.
Isaiah was 17, it was 16, 17 that
Yeah.
MVP.
Mm-hmm.
We finished third,
Mhm. The reason why I brought that up is because, like, those are the guys that you mentioned.
Mhm.
Olajuwon. When Olajuwon was doing what he was doing, he was the best big man in the game.
Yeah.
Steve Francis was never the best lead guard in the game. And he was never up there like that.
Yeah.
No, nobody ever said Steve Francis is better than Steve Nash. Nobody never said that.
Chill, be that as it may, we're talking about the 30 best players for every franchise, and it wouldn't be right if we didn't shout out Steve franchise. That's it. We just had to shout out franchise.
I would have said Stevie franchise.
I could get with that. I could get with shouting out Stevie franchise.
Is something funny?
You don't even want to know.
Here I am trying to host a show, and you over here goofing off.
Who's better at their apex?
You know what? Go sit in the corner. Y'all want me to put this ox in the corner?
I told you. Wait till these cameras go off. It's gonna be us. You just wait.
Swiper, you got my back?
No, he don't. No, he doesn't. Wait.
Swiper got my back, so I could.
We working right now, ladies and gentlemen. But when these cameras go off, this dude right here, it's so on. Just so y'all know, it is so on when these cameras.
Nah, we don't need the cameras to go off. Keep playing with me.
I already had Ron's back. He just couldn't finish the play, but that's another conversation. Go ahead.
Last night with the flower thing.
Yep.
Man, he be sapping it. I'm trying to tell you.
Pause.
On to the next conversation.
Pause. Sounds
to the
so
next
wild.
conversation.
Sound
We got
wild.
the Milwaukee Bucks, and this should be easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's either Kareem obviously get a name call, but it's Giannis. Oscar gets a name call, but it's Giannis.
Why does Oscar get out?
Oscar played for him.
In the 10 years,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying.
So it's not Kareem?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
like,
I don't know when Swiper's picking and choosing this longevity point. That's what I'm confused about.
So wait, it's not
So
Kareem.
Kawhi's 1 year is enough, but Kareem's 6 years isn't.
Well, I'm saying it's probably Giannis, but I'm good with Kareem. Either or. Really don't have a preference there.
But Jabbar played 6 years.
Make a pick.
It could probably come in, but it
Stop
depends.
standing on the fence and make a pick.
Jabbar played 6
Like,
years.
you too big to be
That-
tiptoeing on the
Second
fence.
year,
You said what?
You too big to be tiptoeing on the fence.
I'm not tiptoeing. I just think Giannis has been incredible.
So you
Years
picking
he's been-
you picking
Seven
Giannis?
MVPs for Gaze.
I'm also.
This what okay. So
I'm
let me-
torn. I'm
I
torn.
was about to ask you. So let me lay this out for you. So in the 6 years that Jabbar played with Milwaukee, won the league MVP 3 times, won the NBA championship.
It's his second year.
Yeah, in year 2, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep. Won
With
the
an
NBA
expansion team.
Yep. With an expansion team, won the NBA championship. He was their all-time leading rebounder, their all-time leading scorer. They didn't start with shot blocking until like year 4 for him.
But if you ask Bucks fans, they're saying Giannis is the
Well,
But that's because how many Bucks fans are Cho's age?
You asking young Bucks fans.
Most of them.
You think even some? Well, I feel
Yeah,
like,
I'm
like
guaranteed.
Milwaukee people
Uh-huh.
think Giannis, but I think it's just because Kareem is so connected to the Lakers, more than likely.
Right, but
But he was
if
better on the
if we talk to people 45 and over,
They'll tell you that Jabbar. I'm sorry. They'll tell you that Lou Alcindor.
Yeah, I have no issue with either way.
Shout out Lou.
Yeah, I have no issue with either.
But if we're gonna make the argument for Giannis, longevity has to matter. I mean, he's been there for 10 years,
Yeah, that's a
right?
lot.
He's been there for 10 years, and in the process of him being there, what he did, the 2 league MVPs.
But he had
the
6
all-
MVPs.
Depoy.
I think every year that Jabbar was there was an
I
MVP
agree.
season. Every season he was there.
It just depends, bro. I mean, I'll have issue with Kareem at all.
let's
No.
get the votes in.
I think it's Giannis because if I'm sticking with my longevity argument, he played there longer,
Mhm.
and I think he may have just passed.
Was Kareem
Jabbar.
6 better than all Giannis' 6?
Kareem 6
Yeah.
was better than
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, are we like saying Giannis's rookie year is enough to put him over what Kareem was doing?
Yeah, we-
No,
y'all know
He
we
was
count-
there
count
for
those first
longer,
2
but like
years.
Giannis wasn't even
Giannis.
elite until
Yeah.
like
So we would
year
have to
3
do
or
from
4.
2018 to 24, basically.
I think you can throw 2017 in there.
Yeah, you could.
Well, yeah, so
2017 to 2024, he wasn't better than Jabbar.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think so either. That's why I'm going with Kareem.
Then cool. Okay, he didn't win anything before that either, so
I'm gonna go Lou Alcindor.
yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that.
It was easy.
I'm going
Kareem is crazy.
I'm going with Paul Pressey.
So what? Giannis chill.
Paul Pressey.
Paul Pressey
No.
got a vote.
Paul Pressey is definitely one of the best Bucks all time. But anyway, if I'm sticking with my logic, it was Giannis, sure.
Ox.
No, Kareem.
ZZ.
Lou Alcindor.
Swiper.
Kareem.
So it's 2-2.
No.
No, we
No.
got 3, man.
Mars, I mean,
Wait.
count.
Oh, you switched?
Yeah. I didn't
We
switch. I wasn't definitive.
We,
to
we
start.
made a compelling case and he was already on the fence.
yeah, he
This is
said
the second time
probably
I've done this. He
Giannis.
doesn't know what it means to adjust your opinion.
With new information.
He just like standing on being wrong. That's why.
What's wrong with
Damn.
that? Stand for something or die
Are you
for
wearing,
nothing.
are you wearing out to salsa tonight? That you fit?
I got something way better than this, boy. What? Hey, I am not playing a salsa tonight. Hey, please believe me. Mars.
Marquise Johnson.
All right, y'all. Tars has entered the building. Hey.
I can't show love. Steve Francis can get love, but Marquise Johnson.
My bad.
Focus, Mars.
Sipping the original point forward. Show
I'm
love to the
showing
other point
Marcus
forward.
Johnson love. Who's the best player to ever play for the Milwaukee Bucks, Mars?
Hey, Marquise Johnson more of an original point forward. than
He's one of the most original point
Yeah.
forwards. He was fantastic. He made the All-Pro team. He made the All-Star
Yeah.
team 5 times, I think. Who is the best player to ever play for the Milwaukee Bucks, Mars?
It might be Kareem.
Maybe Kareem. Is it Jabbar? Is it Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I'm
Mars?
fine with it being Kareem. I'm fine with it being.
All right.
All right, we got Kareem. Shout out to Kareem because, well, he was one of your formidable opponents at one time,
He
Chill.
was.
Shout
I
out
should
to
pick Giannis just because Chill beat Kareem. That's why I really.
Oh man.
Shout out.
And I misspoke, by the way. We actually lost to Valparaiso.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you lost.
You knew at the time you lost.
Yeah, we lost to
You
Valparaiso.
just wanted the gas.
No, no, we lost to Valparaiso.
Shout out Michael Red.
Michael Ray was cold too.
Yeah.
Shout out Ray Allen.
Michael
That's
Michael
unironic.
Michael Ray was the zero of his era, man. He really was cold, bro. Shout
Then
out
he
Michael.
called on
And he
2K
was on that
too.
redeem team, providing
Yep.
valuable minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and transition right quick. We're gonna get off these teams for a second. We're gonna talk about some current news. First off, you guys know the drill. Just because we live and in person, don't mean that y'all can't not like the video. It doesn't mean that you guys cannot not subscribe. It doesn't mean that you can't not become a member. And it also means that you probably should join the Hall of Fame tier too. Shout out Arch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And maybe 5's on the way. Maybe. I don't know.
3 straight
Probably.
double negatives, by the way.
The last one was a triple negative.
But 2 negatives make a positive.
Go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
In what, math? Not in English.
No,
is
not
happening
talk to
right
me, all right?
What is happening right now?
How about that? How about that,
I
Swiper?
might have got out the L host with that right there. Might have got out the L host with that right there.
All right, y'all. We spoke about the Brooklyn Nets. We spoke about Vince Carter. Apparently, the Brooklyn Nets are talking about retiring Vince's jersey.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Vince had
Do we need to rewind? Does Vince need a?
No.
No,
no,
All right,
no,
for
no.
sure, for sure. Well, how do we feel about this?
I like Vince.
think that's
I
what's
like
up.
basketball player Vince with the Nets more than I like basketball player Vince with the Raptors.
Really?
That was
Yes.
with J Kidd. It's he got busy with J Kidd.
When he started transitioning and becoming more of a shooter and all that stuff too, like Vince was, like I said, but then that's when because we still had the dunk highlight. Cause that's the Alonzo Mourning dunk. when he went behind his back.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Chill, you remember that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
in Miami.
Body to
Oh.
body, and Lonzo stopped at the 8th floor, and Vince went up to the 12th.
That's one
Showed
of
you
them
that.
ones. That's one of the ones we talked about. When you get in the air and you hit somebody and you go up higher,
Yeah.
that's what happened on that one.
But Vince didn't need to go up higher.
But he
Like,
did though.
oh my God.
You got to
Watch
remember
that replay back.
Yeah.
I had to watch it back like 3 times because I was like, God damn.
It was just the like the behind the back smoothness.
Yeah.
And then he just went 2 feet. Wow! Like it's crazy.
But shout out to Vince Carter. He will be having his jersey raised up to the Raptors.
Dang, Melo can't get his jersey retired, but Vince can with the Nets. How long were you with the Nets for? 7 years? 6 years? What is that?
He showed up there. He got there in what?
He was there for like 5 years.
How long?
He was there for like 5 years because he went
5
to
years?
Orlando in 2010. So
Yeah.
about 5 years.
2009, 2002. No, 08, 09. That's
No,
when
no,
he was
because
there.
he wasn't there on the conference final. He wasn't there
No,
on the finals.
9, 10. That was the year
tried
after
to
they went to the
ring
finals.
chase,
I'm
he
sorry.
He
Yeah,
absolutely
this-
tried to ring chase.
It sounds like a PR. It sounds like a PR move from the Nets, but
the year after.
Hold up though. Where was his career best?
Nets.
I think
That's for sure.
Yeah, I
Me.
go Nets.
I
go
think
Nets.
his best single season was 01.
Yeah, I think it was in Toronto. To be honest with you,
I think in
I think you're saying that's easy because you're thinking about at the end of it what it was in Toronto.
Oh, when he
Yeah.
quit?
Yeah, at the end of it in Toronto, because he did. If we being honest, he did. He
I
checked
told him
out.
I was like, they had some turmoil. When,
Yeah,
when
he checked out. I ain't gonna fight that. Yeah, he
Oh,
100%
it was a nice way
checked
to
out.
put it.
I don't think that erases. I mean, he played there what 8 years.
Mhm.
I don't think that erases the other 6.5, close to 7 years that he was there.
That
right?
01 season y'all talking about, that was the one with the 7-game series with
The one
with
where
Philly.
he couldn't hit the
Yeah,
game
when
winner.
he lost.
And he missed the game winner because
He missed the
they
game.
said he went to
I ain't gonna
graduation.
lie, AI should thank Vince every day for saving his legacy, man. Vince makes that short. Oh my God, those James Harden conversations are dead.
Nice little mid-range
Yeah.
follow away too.
I digress.
He
Yeah.
comes into the league in 98, the 98-99 season, that lockout season. He introduces himself to Toronto. Then in 99, 2000, he introduces us to the world. He introduces himself to the world and puts Toronto on the map. Next thing I know, they on TV way more. He's awesome. He played at that all-pro level at that time in Toronto. When he was with the Nets, he was not slower, but I think he was smarter with
That's
the
what I
Nets.
was. That's what I was. Getting at.
I think he was
He's
smart.
doing what you said Ant's supposed to do. That's supposed to make him better than Luka one day.
Which is bonus. Yes, 100%. I believe that. Yep.
But the
5 years.
difference is
There's no
the
reason for me to
difference
think
is Ant don't got a
Think
J
differently.
Kid to help.
You said what?
Anthony Edwards don't got the Jason Kidd that
And
Vince
also,
came.
might buy
Ant
that.
isn't as talented as Vince was, though.
That's fair.
You don't think Ant was as talented as
No.
Vince was?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Vince's skill gets slept on.
It does.
We think of Vince and we think of Duncan.
You just
similar to
what you call
Duncan.
it, Ron. You just brought up that play when he threw the ball
Yeah,
behind his back.
yeah.
How smooth that was,
Uh-huh.
right? And that's just a
Yeah, I
part of
brought
his
that
skill set. That's
Vince
just
had, but Vince had like, oh, wait a minute. What was the Lakers? With the off the backboard for Vince? It was at the free throw line. Was it a lay? Cause remember he had one of them plays versus the Lakers, like right at that free throw line. That was like also right after that. Cause he had the alley oop.
he talking about the
where he caught it all the way
360.
down.
He talking about the 360.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right,
okay,
bro. I
okay,
completely
okay.
forgot about that.
Okay, yeah.
Memory,
One of
bro.
us.
That
I was like,
insane,
what?
bro.
I'm not talking about the air acrobatics. Like
Right.
we know we got that from Vince.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Vince when he come hang
he had the
dribble,
twins,
pull into
yeah.
a three. I'm talking about when
Mhm.
Vince
He
would
had all
cross
of
you
that.
over,
He
get to
100%
his
had all
one
of
dribble
that.
pull ups.
Right.
Vince was money. Vince was.
Bro jumped over a 7-footer
Right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
punched that
But
shit.
see that you see what I'm saying? It keeps going back to his dunks.
Because that's
his
who he
acrobatics.
was, though.
It was, but chill. He had so much more than that.
He was an underrated 3-point shooter.
But
Yeah.
he became a
He
sniper
was just
later
a
on.
really good shooter in general. He was surprisingly bad at layups, but I digress.
I ain't even.
Mars, when you that high in the air, sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If he not dunking it, he not finishing it. I'm being honest.
That's like John Moran. I be trying to tell you.
Mm.
You don't be finishing like y'all think you do.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. Moving along. Y'all hear about Joel Embiid?
Yep.
Y'all heard the
Oh,
What
yeah.
about him?
third richest contract in NBA history?
Yep.
Well, in case you don't know, he just signed a 3-year extension for 193 mil on to the 2-year contract that he has right now.
So 5 more years.
5 more years in
300 mil.
Philadelphia. Joel Embiid.
Wow.
Yeah, who thinks he's gonna request a trade in that time? Anybody?
Nobody's gonna take that
No, they
contract.
gonna
He
win-
said
they
that
gonna win
he
the
said
chip
he
next
wants
year,
to
though.
stay there
Yeah,
though.
they're gonna win the chip.
I don't think Embiid feels that kind of pressure. Cause remember, he also said that last January, 2 Januaries ago.
Mhm.
I don't. He just don't feel that pressure to need to win like that.
Because he's not serious about basketball. That's why.
I mean, look, if I'm Joel Embiid and my biggest op is getting all of the recognition, winning awards, and the championship, and making it to the elusive conference final that I seem to can't make, I'm gonna probably feel some type of way. Now, am I gonna tell the media that? Hell no. But I was talking about this before. Like, remember when Philly lost to the Celtics in
Which
that
year?
game, 2023? They lost to no, not Celtics. Who did they lose to in that 7-game series?
You
Where
about 22.
22. Okay. Well, you remember the press conference where Joel was there and he was talking. It was him and James Harden. He was like, I can't do it myself. Meanwhile, Tobias Harris had a better game than him
was the
and James
23
Harden.
playoffs.
23, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jason Tatum had that. Was that
50,
the one he
51.
piece? Yeah. So I'm like, bruh, like you throwing your teammates under the bus. Meanwhile, we understand what the context of Joel Embiid, the injuries. We talked about that before, like as to why he can't seem to replicate that regular season greatness to the postseason. And we've said injuries and all that, but.
Sorry, GZ.
Stop playing.
I'm interacting with the chat.
While somebody's talking, host.
This is what I'm
You know,
talking
Ain't you
about,
supposed
Ron.
to stay out the
And
way?
you wonder why you get as much hate as
This
John
is
Cena.
off-ball action.
Garbage.
You got the ball. I'm on the backside.
No, but no,
occupying
you know what
defense.
you're doing?
I'm occupying the defense.
No, why are you running routes in the same time he's running routes? Y'all in the same area.
Into the
He's
paint.
running an over route and then you running an under. What are you
Yeah, well,
doing?
here's the thing.
I don't know what that
The quarterback might throw the ball to him, and it might slip off his hands, and I'll be there to catch the ball.
He
And
running
then-
the offense.
Ron.
Ox. This dude over there in the stands talking to somebody while we running the offense.
I've seen that
Ron,
happen.
get
I've
off the
seen that
floor.
before. I've seen that before.
Get off the floor, Ron. Get Ron off the floor. He killing us.
I've seen that. For
Ron is killing us.
And then he want to pout and leave instead
Ron,
of just doing his job better.
I'm just dusting
Sit
myself
your
off.
ass down, Ron.
I understand.
I'm sick of this dude. I swear. Anyway,
Nah,
as you were saying,
but for real,
Zeke.
like,
Go, you good? You good?
So my thing with Joel, nobody's gonna trade for that contract.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna be able to walk in 5 years?
That's a valid question.
He just committed a robbery.
Wait a minute, though, fellas.
A robbery.
That's a
A robbery is
Wait a minute,
not.
though,
I don't know.
We said
about
the same
robbery.
thing in 2018 when Chris Paul, with that radioactive contract that he had when he was in Houston, and he was starting to break down, and then he ended up going to Oklahoma City and turning that thing around.
And then he went to the
Now,
Suns.
what we're not going to do is we're not going to act like Joel Embiid, who I'm out on, by the way.
Out and in terms of what?
He's made of glass.
Nah, chill.
He's made of glass.
You just said a couple months ago he can be the best player in the world.
But he's made of glass. That's the problem.
Chill.
What's more fragile than glass?
Nothing.
What's more
Paper.
fragile?
Paper. Paper is more fragile.
That's what he's made.
That's the problem. I'm not Swiper. I'm not arguing about Joel Embiid's talent. I'm not arguing his game. I am not on the fence. I think he could be the best player in the league. I think he could lead a team to an NBA championship. I think he is that good. That doesn't matter if the engine on this Bentley is bad.
Not just regular paper. I'm talking about the origami paper.
And it's wet too, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's made it, if he can't hold up. Now, as good as Joel Embiid has been, and I won't argue that Joel Embiid has been fantastic as a skill big, knocking down the mid-range, playing as a defender. He's been one of the better rim protectors in the game from time, especially in the playoffs. He's been that. But I always concern myself with him breaking down, and he never seems to fail me.
Hey, Ox, too, you said that it was a robbery.
Mhm.
Considering that Tobias Harris was the highest paid Sixer for multiple years,
Mhm.
nah, bro. They got off
Two-
that contract. Now Joel got his due diligence. They chilling. But to Chill's point, yeah, I don't deny the talent or the individual like greatness of him as a basketball player. The only issue that I have is like it's the same thing I've always said. If you have a player like Kawhi, for example, when you remember when Stephen A said that Kawhi should retire from the game of basketball and he got flamed for it, but then 2 years later he's suiting up for Team USA and it's a problem that everybody's like, why is he suiting up just to end up leaving Team USA? And you say, okay, the years in LA. He in 2021 when they made it to the Western Conference Finals, he had gotten them there, done what he needed to do to get them there, but he couldn't be there himself. So for me, I look at that and I'm like, as much as I love Kawhi and respect his game, he can't hold up, and I can't be in denial about that. The same way with Joel. Of course, he's had multiple opportunities with different variations of teams that they've built around him to get to the conference finals.
Swiper, ain't no way they should have lost to Boston. And they had
No
them in
way,
the
no
chokehold.
way.
They should not have lost to them.
Now, did I know they was going to lose to Boston? Yes, because I was like, Harden's going to be good for 2 games and then go back to his usual self.
Harden got them
elimination
2
games.
40 balls.
He got 2 40 balls in that series.
And won 2 games.
Yes.
Without Embiid?
Yeah, the first one was without Embiid, wasn't it? The second one was with
I think both wins were without Embiid.
We think? Okay. Okay.
I think he went out
Okay.
again.
I know game one was.
I know game
I
one
think
for
it was
sure.
game 1 and game 3.
Because I remember him telling him to get off the court after the game. But my point about that is just like you have, like you said, you have a player where you can't deny his talent.
But to be fair,
you go.
relative to the market though, Embiid's still underpaid. So that's
yeah.
that's my
Okay.
only other
Fair
thing.
point.
Like
Fair
even
point.
if with a max contract, you still underpaid relative to the value you're bringing into the franchise.
Oh, okay.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I can- everybody is.
All of them probably. Superstars.
I mean, and Embiid probably means just this next year alone, probably $200 million to that franchise.
Of course. If I could pay you $190 million, what am I making? I mean, I won't argue that.
That's
part.
good. That's good business.
Yeah, I'll definitely not argue that. But I mean,
But I said this 2 years ago before he went and chased that MVP that nobody believes he should have won. Was he should be playing 50 games a year? He needs to sit out all the way through April. A couple 2 of them games in April, and then get to the playoffs. And if he's 100% in the playoffs, they can beat anybody.
You're not gonna play in the playoffs with a couple of tune-up games. That's you're not gonna win that way.
didn't we see that already
all
with
out of
Leonard?
shape.
Didn't we see that already? With Leonard?
It's a great.
Now,
But-
if you play in 1 game a week, which is what my plan is for the whole season, then you have a chance. But you can't just play 2.
You're only going to be on PC 1 time a week for the playoffs.
We'll see. I don't know.
He should.
If Joel do that, he's gonna be out of shape. He's not gonna.
You think he'll be out of shape?
He's not going to be in
50
basketball.
games played?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 50.
He looked out
Where
of
you getting
shape.
to work at, Ox? I mean, I ain't getting it in
I
practice.
mean, even if you in the pool, which I always say he need to be getting in the pool more often. Even in the pool, you might be strengthening joints, but you're not gonna get in hoop shape though. You still
Yeah, you
gotta
have
be
to
able
play together.
Yeah. It's different.
But I do think he needs to be playing less than 60 games a year, though.
A guy like Joel, he would have to stay healthy. He has to give up too much. It's like, okay, then you just don't compete on defense no more, or you play 20 minutes a game.
What do you think?
Like,
What do you think he
gonna
needs to do less?
Falling over.
So what?
Less falling over. Yeah.
People keep landing on
Well,
him.
he
stops falling over.
He started
like-
falling over too.
Yeah,
be
but
healthy.
and now people are landing on him when he falls. Like it was
Kuminga?
22. Nick Claxton fell on him.
Mhm.
No, was that 23? One of them.
And then
Nick
he fell
Claxton
into.
fell on him. And then last year, Kuminga fell on him.
Yeah.
he did.
Like
Falling-
people keep falling on him.
falling over to stay healthy. You know how hard that.
And then remember
that wood
the
is?
dunk in the Olympics too when he fell
Yeah,
on the ground
yeah.
and all that.
Every time he hits the floor, I get worried.
Yeah.
Every time.
But you want to know what's crazy?
And
Do
stop
y'all?
throwing stuff to yourself in the playoffs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
chill out.
You know how hard that wood is?
I thought he was over.
But the thing
Pause,
is,
Ron.
the reason I loved it though, Mars,
We can't even have.
That
a
was him,
conversation,
like,
bro.
max
Crazy.
competing.
About that.
He wanted
You
to
can't
win
even
that.
talk.
Absolutely.
Yo, Chad.
And then they killed him. But yeah, that was Embiid showing that hey, this is what I can be. And then he did it one time and
He's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature. Is he the well outside of Wilt and Shaq? I guess is he the most powerful big player? Like
I was gonna say offensively skilled. Would he be in those conversations for centers? Because, like, for example, when people would shit on Joel for essentially being a free throw merchant, right? I was like, so we're faulting our 7-footer for making his free throws. That's what we're doing. Instead of appreciating the fact that not only can he get to the free throw line because he's unguardable,
89% last year.
some 88, something like that. I'm like, bro, this is insane for your 7-foot center to be doing, and we're hating that, right? Like Shaq, if he had made 68% of his free throws, it would have been
fair. It wouldn't have been.
it would have been
It would've
Joel.
been fair.
You cannot send him to the free throw line. Like that's just
Doesn't he shoot like 88 to close to 90?
close to not. He was shooting better than guys like Luka from the free throw line. Luka isn't really that
that's
good.
not-
Of
I
a, it's
listen
not.
to you
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
it's
Last
not
night
fair.
I was talking
But
to you
you think a score of his
No, I
caliber?
listen to you. I just
I've
don't get paid.
I've never understood the hate when people make free throws.
Me either. Me
It's
either.
It's not about making the free throws. It's about being a 7-foot flopper.
No, he is
But-
a baiter.
But
You're
if
a-
but
you're
he
a
no, he's a
seven-
baiter. Don't get me wrong.
he's a-
Don't get
he's
me
a-
wrong.
If you can get 3 points, you're gonna take.
Exactly. Now, if he was shooting,
there's
would
no
y'all be mad at
there's no
him if he
integrity.
was?
the game
But look,
no more.
I do think it's part
There's
of
just no integrity in
a part of the
basketball.
new era.
They were doing it back in the day too.
Well, there was no integrity then either. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that does it plays without integrity. And it's
A
sick-
part of the
it's
new
sickening.
era of basketball offensively is being a masturbator. And if you can get
A what?
into a situation
Just let him
where
talk.
you can bait
Just let him
fouls,
talk.
then
Wait, Swiper.
Focus, Ron. Stay with me, Ron.
I don't think
Stay
we
with me,
all
Ron.
heard it.
Stay with me. Keep it.
did I say something crazy?
Keep going, Swiper.
Keep going. Keep
If
going.
you can
Swiper.
bait fouls at an elite level, then like that's a part of winning basketball.
Okay.
No, so you're out here shooting the ball, not even trying to make it. You're just trying to get fouled. Who plays like that?
So let me ask you this question.
Draw fouls is a skill though.
That shit is sick.
Young
D-Wade was like that.
Steph does it.
It's one thing.
LeBron definitely does it.
Look, it's one thing if you get the ball and you're going to the rim and you're drawing contact and you're trying to score. It's another thing just going out there trying to get hit, throwing the ball. Oh!
But let me ask you, Alex,
but that shit is sick, bro.
It is sick. I'm not gonna. And look, when Harden was doing his thing in his MVP years, I was upset at that too. But at the same time, I was like, the fact that he had motherfuckers guarding him with their hands behind their back should tell you how dangerous he was.
It definitely affects the defense.
Yeah,
100% it does.
yeah. So
100%.
if Joel shot 66% from the free throw line, 67% from free throw, would you still be upset with him as a player?
I don't think he would be.
I don't care if he shot 12% from the free throw line. If you're just flopping, you're a 7-foot flopper. That's just terrible. Try to score.
Who do you think doesn't flop in the league?
DeMontis Sabonis.
That's no.
Okay.
I think that's a valid answer.
Yeah.
I think that's
except when he see Draymond coming.
Giannis.
Giannis doesn't flop.
Giannis exacerbates contact.
A lot of stuff.
Does.
All the time.
But they also do be hacky.
He also flopped out of bounds because he didn't want the ball at the end of the game.
He did do that live in 4K.
A lot of people do the flopping thing, and I don't like it.
Now there's some guards that don't.
Yeah, I never have.
I don't think KD's a flopper.
Hell no.
No, KD just used to be.
KD
just used to be.
KD the type where he'll get hit and still try to score. He's not gonna get hit. Just hey, did you see that? Like, go score.
Young KD had his foul baiting tricks too.
Maybe,
and then it got taken out of the league. But.
Devin Booker too. He's not like he don't like complain a lot, like trying to like bait foul. We used a jump shooter though. Like, I'm gonna make this anyway. Whatever you do.
All right, y'all. We are gonna go ahead and transition. Shout out all the guys that get off in the league at masturbating.
What is happening right now?
Joel is one of the best scorers. Anyways, shout out Hayes in the chat. And the reason why I'm shouting out Hayes because Mars, can you pass me Hayes' belt?
I'm not touching the belt.
Hayes, I got you. Shout out Hayes because he will be competing in the PCL playoffs, Final Four, coming up here very soon. This next week, you guys stay posted. We'll give you the dates and the times and all of that good stuff. But what we do know is that we'll see Hayes, the number 1 seed, versus Mars, the number 14 seed. And then we'll also see the number 8 seed Pirate versus the biggest Cinderella story there is. My man, John D.
The GOAT.
He made it to the Final Four. He packed up some people. And he got a bye week as well. But nonetheless, he has made it here. And he will be competing for this very belt and $1,000 cash prize. John D., I can't wait to send you this belt and that $1,000 cash prize after you beat Hayes in the finals.
Ox, you a college basketball guy. Is John D more George Mason than he is Butler?
Oh yeah, San Francisco.
San Francisco?
You like USF?
Remember they went on that run like not too long ago, like maybe a decade ago or whatever. George Mason too.
Is he more George Mason than he is Butler?
I don't know. I like the Butler. I like Butler. I like that reference.
You guys insulting him or praising him?
That's what I'm saying. Because
it's a praise.
Because I think he's more Butler than he is George Mason.
Well, Butler had Gordon Hayward.
Yes, they did. And like John D, like he knows the game and he puts pretty compelling arguments together. Yeah, I definitely like that about him. But him being a Cinderella story because, right, like Butler.
What does Stephen F. Austin have one too?
No. Stephen F. Austin, I mean, they don't really have any tradition. They don't really have any history. Butler does have some sort of, I mean, they was in the national championship in back-to-back seasons. So
choked every time.
Yo,
Swiper, better.
If anybody would know, you would know. You've seen him up close and personal. What's John D?
Damn, JD.
You played against him.
What are you asking?
What team is he?
What team is he?
Yes.
Is he a mid-major that made it to the Final Four?
Yeah, I mean he said he's never been on a panel before, right? Prior to this, for real. Yeah, it's George Mason.
Okay.
And I'm Kentucky. And on the game-winning shot, apparently I stepped out of bounds.
Apparently. Okay.
The film didn't say so.
Just like apparently James Harden got fouled.
Like Kevin Durant didn't step out of bounds.
Don't do that.
Well, y'all see this right here. Somebody has to take this out of my hands, and we'll see who it is. Something tells me that it won't be going overseas. It won't be going international. But you never know. It just might. It just might. But let's go ahead and move on. We got a couple more teams. But before we do that, chat, it's only right that we get to a few super chats. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go from the top.
Damn.
He's got so many.
FIFA boy said, Ox and chill. I thought it was on site with Ron.
We took care
It
of that.
was.
Yeah,
As soon as they walked in the house.
What you talking about? Yeah.
I caught
They got
up
jumped
with,
yesterday.
I caught up with Ron at the airport, so don't even worry.
Why you think he wearing red?
Hey, chat. No blemishes at all.
We
And
know
chat, I
better
look
than
good,
that.
right?
Yeah,
I
but
look better in person. Hey,
but
I
his-
know. I look
his
better in
his
real
ribs
life.
feel like mashed potatoes right now.
He was there.
Alan L. I read this already, but I'm gonna read it again. He said, I got 77 reasons why he's my GOAT, and we're gonna get to them next. We will.
We don't want to hear any of those reasons.
FIFA boy said, Ox, how them snow bunnies down there? How the snow bunnies in Indiana, Ox?
Top tier. grade A. I'm talking about grade A milk.
Okay. So it's winter wonderland here.
It ain't California, but it's cool.
Okay. Shout out to snow.
You talking about Caitlin Clark, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Said Katie Lou Samuelson out here, huh?
Yeah. Katie Lou, ain't that y'all? All right. Multi Kenny with the super chat. Shout out the Hall of Famer Multi Kenny. He said, waiting for Chill and Ox to jump, Ron. Why y'all want me to get beat up so bad? Yo, Ox. it's only a $2 super chat. Y'all can't act on that off $2.
But since
Shout out
we here,
Multi.
I'm just saying.
Hold
Yeah,
on, Chill. It's
yeah,
only a $2 super chat. It at least got to be a $50 super chat for y'all to try.
No,
to-
it really
At
don't.
least-
No.
Wait till Arch pull up. Just wait till Arch pull up.
Mm-hmm.
D9 said dub episode so far, dub chat, dub panel, salute LDBC. LDBC.
Don't look at me. I don't know. Salute.
Oh,
Salute.
Lions Den basketball. That's ticket. That's ticket then. That's ticket then.
Okay.
Lions
Shout,
Den, yeah,
shout out
Lions Den.
LDBC. Another super chat. We got one from Big Fan Breezy. He's been a member for 14 months. Y'all know Breezy. He said, Cam Thomas has the potential to be the best player for the Nets ever for right now. I think it's Dr. J or J Kid. Are you playing basketball this weekend? Fellas, we playing basketball?
You better.
Yeah,
Y'all brought y'all hoop shoes?
Where'd Dale go?
Maybe.
Hey, chat, you see this? Yeah, he ain't saying nothing to me because I was gonna knock him out after he left the room. Chill.
He's still here, bro. Chill out. Hey, chill.
Moving along, Alan L just said Harden was arguably the best player during the Mavs versus Clips. Respect Harden, but also Luka already clears.
Clears who?
Who?
You talking about James Harden, I assume.
Hmm.
He wrong, but
They beat them in 6, I think.
yeah.
I had them in 5. I was surprised that it went 6 games. I had them beating the Clippers in 5 games, and I'm so over the Clippers. The Clippers is like that ex chick that she just keep calling you and she just won't go away. And you're like, you randomly be running into her place. You're like, damn, did she go? That's how I feel about the Clippers. I'm so over them dudes.
MP13 said it could be Thanos LeBron, but that Cavs roster was so bad that it couldn't beat the well-rounded Raptors team, plus a prime Kawhi on it, especially how dominant he was playing during that playoff.
That Raptors roster got flipped too. It wasn't just they swapped out Leonard. And I went back and looked at it. I mean, that Raptors roster got flipped too. Green was new. Leonard was new. Valanciunas got swapped out. Van Fleet, I think Van Fleet was a rook that year. Was that his rookie year or his second year? I think that may have been his rookie year. Ibaka was new. So I mean, it wasn't like that.
Sorry, that's right.
Yeah, it wasn't like that crew. They brought back the whole crew. No, that roster got flipped too.
But be that as it may, they run through that Cavs team though. Like flipped or not flipped, they're running through that Cavs squad with Braun or not.
We said the same thing about if you think about what that Cavs team had and what James was at that time and how good he was. Unless you got Steph, KD, Clay.
For as good as he was, though, Chill, like, and if we're just being respectful to the Raptors, I would say, like, LeBron did go through in 2018 2 7-game series in route to the championship, en route to getting swept, but 2 7-game series. And you mean to tell me you have Kawhi and, like you said, all of the additions to that team that had gotten flipped?
Yeah.
The Raptors are the better team, and then Kawhi's their X factor to combat LeBron. Now, LeBron fans will still end up saying, you know, it's LeBron against everybody, which it would be, because I'm not expecting George Hill to step up and what was left to J.R. Smith and Kevin Love, like compared to Serge, Freddie Van Vliet.
Marcus All would have worked in that series.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the Raptors just had a lot more, in this hypothetical, would have a lot more at their disposal.
Who is Marcus Sol? Who is his matchup? That's Kevin Love
Or
Tristan Thompson?
Probably Tristan.
Because their
It's
front line was
Tristan.
James Thompson and Love. That was their front line.
Yeah, it's Tristan.
So
You got Mark, Serge.
So Tristan would have to deal with
Not unless he guarding Pascal. I
Right.
could see Tristan
I think
maybe
that's
guarding
James,
Pascal
man.
because he going downhill.
Tristan trying to get up in that court with Pascal Siakam.
I mean, you want him or Kevin Love doing that? I'd rather K Love guard Marcus All.
I think Kevin Love. I think that's Ibaka's matchup, considering the glass.
Yeah.
I think that's his matchup. I think Tristan Thompson. I think that's
Marcus All.
I think that's
Remember,
his matchup.
Ibaka was coming off the bench during this time.
I think James. I think he deals with Gasol. I think not Gasol. I'm sorry. I think James.
Pascal.
He deals with Pascal, and I think J.R. Smith's got to deal with Leonard.
Well,
I know that's
it right there.
there's your problem right there, 100%.
Well, who's
Because Iman was gone.
Shump was gone.
Yeah,
I mean, Shump ain't want that either, though.
Yeah.
I mean, better than JR though.
Mhm.
At that, you know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. More super chats. I got one from Eli, the Misfit, a members chat. He been here for 13 months. Shout out my man Eli. He said, "Fire camera work." And where's Mars? Eating KFC?
No, you're right there. There you go.
See, that's because
There
a
you go,
W
right
a W host reads the super chats.
Have you had KFC?
Hell,
In my life or since I've been
Yeah, in your life.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you like it?
Y'all got KFC over there, right?
It's not great. I don't choose KFC.
Okay.
See, Mars, you got to get some real fried chicken from.
What do you think England
From
is,
America.
Boss? They think it's on another planet or something like that? Like ain't no KFC over there, ain't no McDonald's over there, nothing like that.
Mars, you got any food that you're looking forward to this week to eating while you're here?
I got a list.
Nothing.
I got a list.
We're gonna go.
It's different than what's going on in Seattle, Mars. You
We'll see.
yeah.
We're gonna go to the most recommended place I have in Indy so far is Yats. I don't know if I've been to Yats, but everybody been telling me to go to Yats. It's Creole food. Have you had Creole before?
I've never had it, but
Okay.
Yeah, Mars.
Mars got Creole people in his family. So, you know.
Mars, how you not have?
How do I know this?
allegedly.
How you live in Alabama and you haven't had Creole?
I don't go outside the house.
Oh, okay. Speaking of Alabama, shout out to Alabama. Well, shout out to Bama as a person, but Alabama, the football team. You guys are nothing without Nick Saban. You never have been. You never will be.
They never were.
All right, they won't be anymore.
Oh,
What's his Bear?
Bear Bryant.
Yeah. Wow, Ron.
Ron, you know Derek Thomas went to Alabama, right? I don't know if you know that. I'm sorry. I'll keep that quiet. I apologize.
Roll Tide.
Super chats from Dubs the Money May. He's been a member for 4 months. He said, "Dub, y'all boys, enjoy the weekend. Stay dangerous." That's what I'm talking about. Stay dangerous.
Yeah, I think it's fun and games. We still working over here, y'all. Just so y'all know, even though it look fun, this is work. We working over here.
Yeah, we working.
Yeah.
But tonight.
FIFA boy sent through a members chat. He said, "Dub PC weekend, Dub setup, El Lambo, El Mo," and I couldn't agree with you more, FIFA boy. El Scambo and Mo, El Harden.
Mars like, what?
I don't know why. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
What happened right there?
Last super chat before we get on to the very next team. Killer Predator 00
That's a name.
said, "Dope to see y'all doing IRL podcast." Fire emoji.
That's an elite name.
Yeah.
Pack up comment.
Killer. All right, let's get into it, y'all. We on to the next team. As promised, y'all asked for the Dallas Mavericks. We are going to give you the Dallas Mavericks next. Here we go. I need to know who is the best player to ever wear a Dallas Mavericks jersey, like ever.
So let's get the particulars out the way. Okay, so let's get the particulars out the way, Swipe. Okay, so kill, because I know Mars is going to, the troll that Mars is going to do something nuts. So like dudes like Mark Aguirre, dudes like Roy Topley,
Orlando
Blackman. Okay, Mars, chill out.
Don't
Okay,
forget Mike Finley.
Michael Finley. Okay,
Roy Topley.
Roy Topley.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the particulars out the way. Those guys were great players. I won't argue that, right? So I'm not going to argue that. However, this really only comes down, in my estimation, to one guy, and I think it's Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh,
Yes.
well,
I think it's
chill.
one guy. I don't think Luka has done enough for me to say if he retired today, if Luka quit today and didn't play anymore, can I say that Luka is the best player that the Dallas Mavericks have ever had? No. Considering what Dirk Nowitzki has done over the course of his career. He played 20 years there. And in the 20 years that he played there, what he did for them, we're talking about a dude who was the league MVP, brought them to the NBA championship. I think they had from 2001 up until 2012, they was in the playoffs every year. So they were in the playoffs every year with him in his prime. He was in the conference championship.
I don't know why you feel like you gotta do all this.
Honestly, yeah.
It's like a conversation.
That's what I feel like. I really do. To be honest with you,
we got like 14 other teams to do.
Yeah,
We're over here yapping.
I think it's Dirk.
About Dirk and Luka.
I think it's Dirk.
Well,
I do.
Crazy.
I think it's Dirk.
Well, let's get to Chicago next and have an argument.
I brought a dub host up here who happens to be a very loyal Dallas Mavericks guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like his expert opinion as to who the best player for the Mavericks could be.
Can you school us, bozos, please?
So Jason Kidd, probably. Because he also is now coaching them. No. I actually do have a question. So it is Dirk. Like, there is no argument.
Yep.
Swipe him. But I have a question about how everyone feels about Luka passing Dirk and when it happens. Because in my opinion,
When it happens,
it's inevitable.
it's not an if, it's a win.
I think it's inevitable. But as like a Mavericks fan, especially if Luka finishes his career in Dallas, same path that Dirk took, that's really tough to argue those two. And in my opinion, I think it's inevitable.
I can't argue. I mean, first team All Pro in year 2, and he's been he's been first team All Pro ever since then. And he's been there. We're going into year 7. Took his team to the finals. Took his team to the conference finals. With less, some teams have been less than, and he's a great shooter. But ultimately, I mean, I just don't think this is a conversation. I mean, I can acknowledge Dirk and still recognize. I mean, I can acknowledge Luka and still recognize.
Did he finish closer to Malone or Kobe?
Who?
Luka.
Finish closer?
Yeah, did he finish closer when he ended his career?
Which one? Moses?
Huh?
Moses?
No.
Carl.
Malone.
Oh, just keep him away from him.
Yeah.
You're talking all time?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's another conversation too.
Let's say he stayed for 20 years.
Where do you have Dirk right now?
Like 21.
Because if he becomes a greater Maverick than Dirk, then he's top 20. Probably top 15.
Definitely top 20. We might be having a conversation about top 15.
I'm thinking top 15, top.
He's on that crash course, right?
Luka's already better than Dirk ever was. It's just we're waiting for longevity at this point.
Luka is not better than Dirk ever.
2024 Luka is better than whatever year of Dirk you're putting out.
I'm not gonna lie.
Kidding me? 2005.
He's better than him.
Nah.
2006.
He's better than him.
2007.
He's better than him.
Oh,
No, I'm
Mars.
telling you, he is.
2011.
He is.
When he moved off that long ball line
He's
and
better
went
than
into the mid range.
Oh man,
Are you kidding me?
He's
Are you
better
two
than-
dudes serious right now?
He's better than
When
him.
Dirk got off the long ball line from 2000, I'm gonna say probably 2004,
I didn't think this was
and then turned and then moved into the mid range and basically put a house there from like 2005 to 2011. I cannot say that Luka was better than him. Hell no. That's when he revolutionized the 4 spot. That's when the 4 spot became okay. Now, not only are you knocking down the long ball, but if you live in the mid range and you have something to go to on the regular, which is what Dirk did, and he had his own shot. Luka, and on top of that, he would actually compete on the defensive end. As bad as he was, He would compete on the defensive end, and
He
you
did.
sit
He
there
did.
and say that he didn't, Moss.
No,
He
but
had
like,
to.
what we-
100%.
Oh, he was bad, but he tried. Like,
Yes.
Like, what we doing?
You do the same thing with Joker all the time.
Jokic isn't bad though. I don't think he's bad. I think he tries, but he's not bad. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this guy's bad, but he tries. Like, you're still bad.
No,
Dirk was a
Moss,
bad
no.
defender.
And so if that's the case, if we got two bad defenders, who's the worst? And which one would you rather have? The dude that's trying or the dude that's not trying? He just sucked.
I think Luka is worse defensively than Dirk is. I think even if Luka tries,
Damn.
Who's a better playoff score?
Luka. At the apex,
Have we seen Luka's apex?
but the best so far.
Hope not.
Dirk's numbers,
That's
Dirk's
terrifying
scoring
if we
numbers in the
haven't
playoffs are crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dirk on this one.
Yeah.
Dirk's
I don't
scoring
think I
numbers
gotta
in the
think
playoffs
about
are
it.
crazy.
No, I don't think there's anything to think about.
11 run, he was averaging
The-
oh my
20,
goodness.
27,
The efficiency is the largest gap. Like,
Crazy
Like
work.
54.
Yeah, on wild
Yeah,
efficiency.
bro.
Wild efficiency.
Dirk's the more efficient playoff scorer. But
Mars
Luka's
is right, though.
It's crazy.
Luka is better than any version of Dirk right now.
Anyone who's
for
worked
you.
with it,
Dirk is
anyone
just
who's
greater.
worked within the
Dirk's
Mavs
just
organization,
greater.
That's what I'm
has
saying.
the same
That's the thing.
He's just greater.
That
even-
part right there, I
even-
have such a problem with
Not
greater and better.
even when Luka he's like, okay, he's past Dirk.
Mhm.
I'm still going to say Dirk's the greatest Mav to ever exist. Came first. He put Dallas Mavericks in the limelight.
What would Luka have
20
to do
years.
to get that title of greatest Maverick for y'all? What is, because he's like you said,
He's got to be
already
better than
been-
Dirk. 2007 Luka is not better than 2024 Luka is not better than 2007 Dirk. I ain't buying that. I'm not.
That's a bad hill
That
to die.
amnesia.
2006 Luke, 2006 Dirk, 2024 Luka is not better than him.
Keep going, Chill.
He's not.
I mean, I get it,
2005,
but
he's
like-
not better
Keep
than
But
him.
that's because Chill thinks him and Jason Tatum are close. So like, I can understand why he's just wrong about Luka. But like everyone else, I expect to believe Luka.
Wait, what? You said him what?
If Chill thinks
You
Luka
took a
and
Tatum shot
Tatum,
at you.
yeah, I did it. Yeah,
And
He
you ain't
did.
going him.
He didn't take a Tatum shot.
Yes,
at
he
me.
did.
He said something that I said, which is I think that Dirk and Luka are close.
That's a shot.
Jason.
He
Tatum
brought up
and
one of your
Luka.
worst moments for no reason.
No, he
That's
didn't.
not-
That's
you
not
saying
what he's
it's one of
saying.
his worst moments is a shot. I'm just saying if he thinks Luka and Tatum are close, it makes sense that he would say Dirk is better. But us sane people, that's me taking the shot. Us sane people would
Keep
know
going,
that Luka
Mars.
clears both Tatum and he's better than Dirk. We would know that. But Chill's lower on Luka the most, so he's gonna still ride with Dirk. Which
Keep
I think
going.
he'll be the best at at some point.
Yeah.
But just not right now.
I think he has the potential. He's on the trajectory to do so. But until that happens is when I'll say it. But for right now, I got Dirk until Luka proves me otherwise, which I
Right.
think he will.
Luka's been getting this legacy boost ever since he stepped on the floor.
He has Swiper.
He's gonna be
He
he's like,
has.
for him to comfortably say he's gonna be top 15 all time. I think there's an argument, but you just can't do that. Because if I said the same thing about like Giannis or Joker,
Well, that's just
you
not
have
comparable.
you have your
Or Trey Young.
yeah,
Bro,
that
I'm
just
telling you-
happened, though. That just happened.
Can't Swipe
but
is gonna
Trae
handle
Young-
this.
Ron, why? Well, I'm being out for all the crowd, everybody. For what? Why you bringing up Trae Young?
Y'all putting the battery in Luka's back.
No, you're disgusting.
Hey,
Oh, you're not doing this again.
hey,
No,
I'm just
hell
saying.
no.
I'm just saying. This is awfully racist.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
Oh, hey.
He comes up here. He says it. Oh, JD, we stroke his ego. Oh, nice, nice, nice. The blackest guy on the panel says it. Oh, no, you idiot. You stupid. Shut up. Don't say. Just saying, like,
The greater logic, it comes from what I produced, and we can't argue what Dirk's skill set was. That's the result. I mean, that's the byproduct of what I produced. My ability to score, my ability to get down here, my ability to rebound. That's what them MVPs come from. That's
Dirk
what-
never embarrassed himself on the NBA Finals floor like that.
Yeah, because
Not
he just
one
did it.
time.
He just did it in the first round.
Huh?
He just did it in the first round.
No, he never embarrassed himself in NBA Finals like that. Embarrassed himself. Luka gonna have to live that down.
Oh, wait a minute.
At some point in time.
They were up 2-0 against
They,
them.
but he still played well.
He wasn't
No,
terrible.
Mr.
He
I-
wasn't
I don't think
terrible.
Luka embarrassed himself.
He was hurt. He was.
Cause all y'all giving him the amendment. He was hurt.
Nah, he
All
just
of a sudden,
played-
But he was hurt.
He was.
All right, whatever. We're
Right,
gonna bring this
bro,
up again.
right.
What he was able to do.
Man's
in
getting
that
walked by,
postseason was great.
Getting blow by percentages like a new NFL next gen stat got invented because of Luka.
Not lying.
58% blow by rate.
Like, what is that?
Like that.
That was wild. That was
So
wild.
who was worse, Dirk in the 07 first round or Luka in the finals?
Oh man, it's Dirk.
Uh,
Because he was healthy and they all.
Okay, so
But Dirk was still good. They just the team, wasn't good.
Dirk was good in that series.
His aura.
That was a bad
Oh,
matchup,
wow.
Moss. If we're being honest,
Yeah, it was a team that went small and all of a sudden Dirk couldn't score no more. I mean, I guess.
Same
they
thing
had a
with
tough
LeBron in
time with Golden
2015.
State the whole season. That was
Yeah,
the
because
only.
they played small.
That was the only team that they had the most
Which one
difficult
was more
time with.
disappointing for you, the finals or the 07 year, as a Mavs fan?
Talk to me, JD.
Is 07 the Heat
The
that's
the
06,
Warriors.
06.
Oh
07
my
is the
God.
67
Oh,
win
this is
team.
the
The
first
1
round
and
exit.
8.
That's the we believe.
The
Yeah.
67
This is the
wins.
first
Well, I
round
guess
exit.
when-
Yeah.
Dirk
when-
wins the
which
league
finals
MVP
were you
that
born
And
in?
then Dirk won MVP and wasn't in the playoffs.
He won
Like when you were up
he won
2-0 in
MVP
06,
behind the scenes.
did you think that y'all were about to win that series?
Bro, I can't even remember. I thought we were gonna win any series, so
Oh,
it's like whatever.
Right.
It always hurt.
Right.
oh, it's fine.
I can't even think
Only
about.
series I was ever disappointed
that
in.
67 win Dallas team. I thought they were going back to the finals. To be
Right.
honest with you,
Mhm.
I thought
They were meant to play the
That's how we
Suns.
I thought they had a real legit shot to get
That was
the
insane.
championship.
That's what was meant to
Considering.
happen.
Yeah, we can move on though.
All right, so
Ron, how many more teams do we have?
We not finishing the teams today.
Yes, we
You know
are.
why?
Yes, we are.
No,
yes,
we're not.
we are.
You know why?
Nope. Because
Because he gonna bring up Trae Young again.
nope, we're not doing that.
Oh,
We're gonna get
please.
through these a lot faster.
Wait, he brought Trae Young for the Hawks?
no.
He brought up Trae Young, and I'm legitimately 25 minutes. We had a Trae Young discussion
Against Dominique, I assume.
against Dominique and Bob Pettit.
And Pistol Pete.
Who won between Dominique and Bob Pettit?
Dominique.
Interesting.
Considering it
Joe
was
has
in
too
Atlanta.
much. He had too much gravity in that conversation. So everybody,
He did.
Interesting.
fellas, what we're gonna do is transition into the super chats. Don't worry about the other teams, fellas. Like
We could get
another
through,
day is coming.
we could get through them other teams.
Oh,
Like, 'cause
chill.
we don't have to have a conversation about the Bulls.
Yo, chill.
We don't.
I mean, no, we're to be continued.
Bulls, Nuggets,
Nuggets?
Lakers. Who else is on there?
Snuck the night.
Snuck
Snuck
the
the night.
To be continued, fellas.
The Jazz.
This,
We don't have to have a conversation about the
We
Oh,
really
yes,
don't.
we do.
No,
Yes,
don't.
we do. I ain't giving him the greatest title of anything. Hell no.
I don't think we have to.
Shout out to Rudy Gobert, man.
that's crazy.
I don't know if anybody took more advantage of situations around him than he did, though. So I think he wins that one.
I don't know which way
Darren Williams.
Definitely took advantage. Definitely.
to look at that statement, but yeah.
Shout out Darren Williams. All right, y'all. We're gonna dive into the super chats. Arch, you are absolutely a GOAT. But it's other people that's in the GOAT tier as well. GDH, DG, shout out to you. You're a Hall of Famer. Kendall Daniels, Hutton Gilgores, Multi Kinney, and Cobra Son of Raditz. Salute to all of you guys. You are the Hall of Famers, and we got big love for you guys. Big, grande love. All right. Dreamville HQ said, I'm late to the show, but this surprise setup is heat. Y'all like this? This is fire, right?
It's all right. It's all right.
It's cool.
alright,
It's
it's
cool.
Hate being in the same room with you, but
Damn.
Ron got that kind of effect on you.
Ugh.
don't he? It's-
just ugh.
yeah, I can dig it. Yeah,
Oh, so y'all can't wait for the show to end?
I can dig it.
And
Ain't nobody say that. No, I ain't say that.
Because I can always just bring up Trae Young again and we can
Oh
extend
my
the show.
good
and-
Focus,
Lord.
Ron. Can you focus?
I'll
please?
try. I'll
Thank
try.
you.
Can we set that one-on-one debate up? Ron debating for Trey and JD debating for Luka. That'd be fun.
It wouldn't.
That'd be hella fun.
I gotta let it open that.
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready to step in that ring.
JD, don't duck
JD,
that smoke,
I'm a
bro.
host,
Don't
I'm a
duck
host.
that smoke.
JD, I gotta let it open and I'm jamming it in my ear.
Yeah.
Continue.
I'm not even listening yet. I'm just plugging mine.
Stop,
Yeah.
Rod. I can't handle it.
MBRK, the great, said, miss you, Mars.
That's your lover.
Mars, you were missed.
Understandable.
Football Breakdown said that team was loaded. Traded to a 60-win team, were 17-5 when he sat that year. They won more games than the Clips next year. He had a mid-finals too. Did he have a mid-finals, Jill?
Who we talking about? I'm sorry.
Traded to a 60-win team. They went 17-5.
Kawhi. He's talking about Kawhi.
Well, they won 59 games the year before. But we still got to take it under consideration again. The roster got flipped. That's a big deal.
Plus
When-
a new coach.
When you're talking about winning, when the roster gets flipped, that's why I was so that's why I've always been so impressed with what James did in 18, considering how that roster got flipped.
Yeah.
The same thing with
He
Kawhi
flipped
Leonard.
it.
And the same thing that happened with Kawhi Leonard with that Raptors team. I mean, that roster got flipped. And it wasn't like, he just stepped onto a bomb squad. We got to make this thing work. We have to make this thing work. And they did.
All right. Arch sent a $100 super chat earlier. He said, damn. Arch sent through another $100 super chat. He said, why Bubba Smurf Hayes Not here.
There you go, right there.
Where?
My name ain't Hayes.
There you go, right there.
My name no Hayes. It's not me.
Shout out Bubba Smurf Hayes and shout out the real Hayes too. And then Arch gifted 20 Players Choice memberships again. And then Arch gifted 50 Players Choice memberships. Keep going, Arch. MP13 said Cheryl Swoops needs to be studied. I've never seen someone downplay their own career just to hate on a rookie. That is absolute insanity. It's wild.
She is wild for that, y'all. She is.
Sure, gotta relax.
She downplayed her own career.
Yeah.
Also,
because the stuff that Caitlin doing this year, that's what Cheryl was doing the year she was winning league. She was winning league MVPs.
The Tribe One said Shaq, Dave, ... and Arch have a great product. Arch having a great product is crazy. Shaq, Dave, and Arch have a great product. Appreciate Arch for hanging out with the chat every now and then. Salute to the panel and y'all real people. Big dub. Yeah, we real people.
Y'all ain't know that? Yeah.
No, it was fake. It's only one alien here.
yo, that's insanity.
Oh,
Mars
wow.
isn't a real person.
That's what
That's
you meant.
not
That's
what-
not what you
That's
meant.
not
man.
what.
That's really not what he meant, Mars. That's not.
All right.
Moving forward.
The Tribe One said Lakers in 6. Bron and AD, best duo in the league.
Have they done anything significant in a while?
If they healthy, if 27 is healthy and he's running with Joker, I don't know if there's a better two-man than them two. And you know how I feel about
Jalen
Jason.
Green, Shingun?
You know how I feel about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But Murray and Joker, the way they operate off of each other, I don't know if there's a better duo, a better 1-2 punch than those two guys.
Wait till you get a load of Russ and Aaron Gordon.
How
Y'all dudes think that, and I can't wait for that to happen too, Ox, because you're gonna have to eat crow. Yes,
Well,
you are gonna have to.
eat it up?
I mean,
You're gonna have
that's,
to eat crow.
I'm saying like
Eat
that's
it.
gonna be a good
Watch.
duo in that second
Watch.
unit for sure. I
When-
think Russ gonna be dropping him off
Yeah,
a lot.
and they
you know?
speed them up. So you're gonna have to eat crow, Ox.
I'm serious when I
Okay.
said that.
All
man.
right.
Yeah, you got to eat it, hater.
Yeah, all right.
Duke did it. Said, bring our Sonics back. Yeah, Duke, bring them
I
back.
told you that, man. I don't care about the expand. It's expansion logic. They talking about Vegas this and then if there's not a team in Seattle, it's going in one ear and out the other with me. I ain't trying to hear that.
Facts. I love
they're
Mexico
doing,
City.
They're doing Seattle and Vegas, right?
I don't know what they're doing. I heard that Adam Silver said we might open up talks. Why you might open up talks? What the hell is that about? Seattle was the only team since 1979 to have an NBA champ, and I still had a team. Everybody else got their team except them.
Because he been to Seattle. He's like, they don't deserve no franchise. I stand with Adam
Unbelievable.
Silver. I stand with him. They don't deserve no team.
Unbelievable. Get them people their team back.
They should
know
have
what,
never
Jack?
lost their team. They should have,
Their team was they didn't lose it. It was stolen.
they should have stood on their nuts.
Same thing with St. Louis. So.
It was straight store. I told you that, Ron. What I did was I took your house, picked it up, brought it over to the other side of town with everything in it, and then told you can have everything in here if you get a new house. But as of right now, I'm gonna keep it over here with me. I'm gonna keep all the stuff that's in your house. I'm gonna keep it all over here with me.
Yeah, chill, they're thieves. They need to be where that one rapper from New York is right now. That's where they need to be.
Wow.
Rico.
Rapper from New York.
MP13 said midway through this season, when Clay looks like a lesser Luke Kennard, we read this already, but when Clay looks like a lesser Luke Kennard with playing alongside Kyrie and Luka, you guys need to revisit who people think Clay is.
Am I tripping?
He's been living off his high moments.
He's been living off of his high moments.
It's easy higher on Clay than I am.
I told you, man, like it's not for you to think that Klay Thompson going to play with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving and stand in a corner is not going to be a recipe for success for him at this stage in his career. They act like Klay can't shoot. That's what it is. If you think Klay Thompson still, where's his camera at?
Right
if you
there.
think Klay Thompson still can't shoot, pray for yourself. While I pray for you as well, because Lord have mercy, when the Mavericks go out there, I'm not going to be surprised if Klay either is top 3 in threes next year, or if the Mavericks are a top 3 3-point shooting team. I won't be surprised. He would, because he thinks Klay should be in a retirement home or something. I don't know. But if you don't see how Luka Doncic or how Klay can eat with Luka Doncic being the distributor, I don't understand. It's like, I guess Luka not going to be able to find Klay Thompson.
He definitely will, ZZ. He definitely will.
Or Kyrie Irving and his playmaking that's improved since he got to Dallas. He won't be able to find Klay. Like, what are we doing? Or Jason Kidd won't be like, hey, make sure Klay gets the ball. Like, what do they bring him for? What are they doing?
This is a bounce back, and I don't even want to call it a bounce back year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think last year was all
it
that
was
bad, or the year before. But if there's anybody left in the league that can be successful off catching grenades, it's Klay Thompson. It's Klay Thompson.
So he knows just what to do with them grenades.
Oh, he knows just what to do. Who else can catch? Who else can catch the ball with a second and a half left on the shot clock and get a good shot off? Klay Thompson.
Nicholas
Steph
Batum, low key.
Hey,
Nicholas Batum.
you actually spitting right
I'm
now.
saying, like,
Hey, that might be the best thing you said all week.
maybe all year.
Keep
How
going.
quickly they forget.
Kwabe with the super chat. He said Draymond is able to do that because he has 2 elite off-ball movers on his squad in a system that promotes off-ball movement and has elite spacing.
That just sounds like
they not giving credit for Draymond.
yeah,
making
that's what it
passes.
sounds like. It sounds like, well, you know, if you had less than guys, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I
well,
hate
if
that
anybody else had less than guys, they wouldn't be able to do
That's
that
what I'm
neither.
saying. Like if we keep throwing that argument of like, oh, he would be nothing if he was on his other. They've been saying the same shit about Klay all like his entire career. Klay would not do anything on any other team. Draymond wouldn't do anything on any other team. Well, what have they done for their teams? Is anybody in the history of the franchise able to do what they did for their teams? I don't think so. So instead of hating on them, how about we respect them for what they did? Because like that's what they did, not what hypothetically they wouldn't be able to do.
And that's not to say that Draymond isn't a damn good passer.
Right.
That's not to say, like, I mean, how much do you think Magic would be Magic if James Worthy wasn't on one end?
Yeah, bro, what are we?
That's not to say
about?
that. Here's the thing, though, Ron. How much better is he with James Worthy on that one end and Michael Cooper or Byron Scott on the other end? Now, if he had less than that, would he be as good? Probably not, but he still would be awesome.
Yes,
but
that's not. But the fact that he was running with James Worthy, I'm not going to say, well, you only had James Worthy, that's why you were as good as you were. No, I'm not doing that.
I mean, y'all know my logic. I said it plenty of times. It's easier to play with better players.
Oh, I ain't gonna argue that.
It's 1,000% easier. So I mean, that's kind of the case with Draymond. But shout out Draymond. J. Dot been a member for 14 months, and he just sent through a super chat. He said the vibes have been at an all-time high today. Dub panel, dub chat. I agree. Except El Almighty Scambo. Oh, keep going, Arch 2. Hey, Arch, you may be obsolete now because Arch 2 has stepped in the building and sent through 50 Players' Choice memberships. Keep going, Arch. And
Maybe Arch.
Killer Predator 00 sent through a super chat. He said, Dub Arch. Couldn't agree more. And then Killer Predator sent through another super chat and said, pause. I think that was much needed. I think we needed that. There's been some things going on up here, some things that have been said. I think thank you for clearing the air. We needed that. And then, well, keep going. Arch 3. He sent through a $500 super chat. If you weren't here, you missed it. He just said, Mr. Delroy James to you. And then one fan became a member. And then Jules Haley also became a member too. Shout out Jules Haley. Mitsu said, did my GOAT Ron bring security?
He gonna need it.
I got security in the back. I got him.
You better go get him.
Oh my god.
He with us, Ron. What are you talking about? We been told you that.
I'm here to get your wrist, brother. I'm here to get your wrist, brother.
I thought I had security, y'all. Like, damn. I thought.
Oh, you thought wrong.
We're gonna deal with him. Not right now, though.
I got reinforcements, y'all. Don't worry. I
They
got
with us too.
I got ties to the Indiana Colts D line and offense.
And they with us too, Ron. They with us too. I keep trying to tell you that.
See. Hey, on Monday,
You are in this ocean by yourself, brother.
On Monday when it's me, Mars, and MTail up here, y'all gonna see what happened. Shout out MTail, by the way. Smooth Tube said, been watching PC consistently for 2 years and had no clue y'all ninjas was this big. Ox looked like a damn bouncer, and Swiper looked like he only eats steaks.
I love steaks.
You a meat eater?
Not like ox.
Hey,
Yo, keep me up
I
out of
swear
this.
I swear to God, man.
Yo, I'm just
Word is born, Bama. I swear.
That's
Wait till this is over. I'm straight jumping on
chill.
you.
That was just y'all twisting my words. You see, I'm trying to give y'all word salad and Swiper wants it to be word meat. I'm just saying, like,
If we had the rank
so
meat
on.
eaters, ox is at the
You know
top.
when it's on and then it's
Bro, why you keep
it's
saying
so
that, bro?
on. Oh my
Yo,
God.
Swiper, why you keep saying that?
You
been saying that since you
said
got on the call
you
yesterday.
like meat.
Ron,
I
focus,
can't
Ron.
even add
Yeah.
context to that because this is a family show. You know what I'm saying? That's
We're trying to keep it family, ain't we?
Yeah,
Ox?
man,
hey,
come on.
we got about 30 more super chats. We
PC
got
hey,
6
PC after
minutes.
dark?
So I'm a speed read through these. Jules Haley sent through an empty super chat, but shout out to Jules Haley. Them ones been a member for 7 months. Said Luka top 10 all-time PGs already.
Nah, Jules Haley said my
You heard
first
that
Ox
right?
wasn't cool.
See?
What happened? He said Luka top 10 point guard of all time.
ZZ, you heard that
I was
right?
reading the chat and I heard that. I was like,
Wait a minute. What?
Bro, what?
You heard that right, ZZ.
You heard it right. They was wrong, but you heard
You heard
it
you
right.
heard
all
that
right,
correct.
all right.
One fam said Swiper looked like one of them buff dudes that walk around with a man purse and Yorkie.
And what?
You talking about Shannon
Like
Sharp?
the dog?
He just described Shannon Sharp.
No, I don't
Is that not Shannon Sharp?
man purse, but definitely got my
Got the
bag.
fanny
I didn't
pack.
see-
Ain't nothing wrong with the fanny pack.
I didn't see Shannon Sharp with a man purse and a little dog. I didn't see him with both, and he buff.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy. That little ploy he tried last week, that's not going to save him from them allegations.
Moving along, the Tribe One sent through a members chat.
Save
He
him.
said, question for the panel. Hypothetically, do y'all think y'all would run the park out there? If so, what's the starting five and who's the stat leaders?
Bama, you can go right now? You can hoop right now or you not? You can shoot. Oh, Dale here. Oh yeah, we good. JD, you JD good. We running things for sure. I don't got to speak on you, Mark. I know. I don't
Doesn't need to be explained.
I don't got to
Mark's
speak on
like,
you,
yo,
Morris.
hello.
Nah, Morris, we know you getting there.
That's crazy, y'all.
ZZ, I
You
ain't
shot-
know
you-
you was that tall, bro.
You ain't shot your man out neither.
Nah, for real. ZZ, like,
ZZ, how tall are you?
Gotta be 6'3", 6'4".
I think I'm 6'6" now.
You got to be
6'6".
6'6".
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
it's
You
huge.
gotta be
Yeah,
6'6".
he's
I
like
didn't know
6'5".
that.
I was thinking like
Who's coming in?
6'5".
Yeah,
ZZ,
somebody,
He taller than me, I can tell you
somebody
that.
told me that somebody thought I was 5'11". Who the
No.
hell?
I for sure thought you was
JD,
like
come on, dog. Okay. Yeah, I get that.
On
But
camera, you look short.
yeah. I
And
get
one
that.
more thing, too. We got to move on. And one more thing. Y'all better leave this. You better leave Chill alone. Chill will ball one of y'all up. Chill is humongous, okay?
No,
Chill for real built like a strong safety, but a Cam Chancellor strong safety. Like y'all better be easy for real. Jules Haley said, Bob, I F with the dunks too, but the Red Sox killed the whole fit, my guy.
That's because they don't see this red horse up
Hey,
here.
that's what make the Red Sox make the dunks
dress,
dope.
man.
Hey,
Hey,
full
they
of
don't-
accessorizing.
They don't see the red horse up here. That's all right.
The Tribe One said, so Ron lied again, huh? L host, Dub Mars, Dub Panel. Wasn't a lie either. I just didn't fully tell the truth. Alan L said, Thickums in the house. Is somebody thick in here? Where's she at? CP9 said months ago, Dale pulled up and bitched Ox in the Bigs 1v1.
Bitch, who?
PC discussion. Months ago, Dale pulled up and bitched Ox in the PC Bigs 1v1 discussion. Ox, your manhood is on the line. Or let me guess, you're injured.
We'll see about it.
What?
We'll see about it.
That's all you got to say?
What else I'm supposed to say?
All right.
What you want me to say?
We'll see about it. Arch 3 is now obsolete because Arch 4 sent through a super chat saying, respect Arch 2, Ron, choo choo. Shout out that $500 super chat from Arch 4. Tito El Bandito said, yo, WTF is this? Fire. I agree.
Word.
Rod sent through a members chat. He said, Derrick Rose over that bald gambler.
Shout out D Rose though.
Shout out D Rose.
We got a new member. He goes by the name of Brandon Purdy. And in case y'all don't know who Brandon is, he lives in the Bay and he's Brock's brother. Shout out Brandon. And I hope you guys lose next Sunday.
We won't.
Chill.
Chill, y'all let me down this last weekend, man. Y'all let
Just so
me
y'all know,
down.
Minnesota beat us last year too. So
Who y'all play now?
Yeah, but look though, see, it's my fault. It's my bad for even betting on the Cowboys. I knew I was wrong when I did it, but the Niners let me down. The Colts let me down. Speaking of them Colts,
Minnesota, they own us.
man, the Ravens let me down.
Yeah.
Sound like you just had bad luck, brother.
Those was good bets though. I was supposed to go.
Be like that sometimes. Condrill sent through a $20 super chat. He said, "This is for Mars to get a lineup."
I got that Jalen Suggs, man.
Hey, Condrill, can I get a $20 super chat?
I'll give Jalen Suggs 2 more years and he Derek White.
That's
He
crazy.
holding on to it. He holding on.
How long Trey Young got?
He holding on to it too.
Trey Young been holding on to it since birth. Like
That's crazy.
Some of us stubborn, man. We're not trying to see.
I feel it. I feel it.
Arch 4 is now obsolete as well. Put him in a casket because Arch Prime has now entered the building and became a new YouTube member. Shout out to Arch Prime. And then Arch Prime gifted 50 Players Choice memberships. Keep going, Arch Prime. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie Red said, "Why y'all got Mars back there at the kids' table?" Laughing emoji.
I'm like, I should be front and center, but it's cool. Can you believe I ain't get one of these memberships from Arch and he gifted like 200?
Crazy work.
I'm mad as hell right now, but
Breezy said, "Number 77 can win 2 rings and will never be greater than Dirk."
Speak on
Sorry.
it. Brizzy.
Crazy.
Luca Glazer 77 then sent through a follow-up super chat. How ironic. He said Luca's first 5 years clears Harbum's first 5 years. Also, Ox looks a little different. Y'all think so?
Because that was when Jetty was sitting here.
Keep going, Arch Prime. He gifted 50 more Players' Choice memberships. Arch Prime is in his bag right now. Phil Sutter said, "What's y'all fave player ever?" Right quick.
Tracy McGrady.
Derrick Rose.
Dominique Wilkins.
Kevin Garnett.
Penny Hardaway.
Ron.
Jamal Murray.
Alex English.
We don't have time, Ron.
Michael Porter Jr.
Emmanuel Mudiay.
Oh my God.
Dead Kirby 22 became a member. Shout out to Dead Kirby. Produced by P sent through a member's chat. He said, "Mars, can you show the shoe game?" Dub episode, by the way. Yo, Mars, what you?
The whole world knows I'm in slides right now. I don't know nothing else.
Y'all thought PC Live was gonna change Mars? Come on, man. Come on. You gotta know better than that. Dead Kirby 22 said, "We about to get some legendary crash outs in this room." Whoa! Arch Prime is now obsolete because Baby Arch has now entered the chat. Hey man, Baby Arch, this might be your belt right here. Shout out to Baby Arch because he gifted 50 Players' Choice memberships. Salute to you. J Dot said the vibes have been at an all-time high today. Dub panel, dub chat. Baby Arch said Arch 1, 2, 3, 4, and Arch Prime ascended. Soon me too. Shout out Baby Arch, man. Mitsu said only the best host could pull this off. Dub Ron. Yes, he said 2 dubs, y'all.
Bro, don't point at me again, bro.
Y'all want to see me kick Ox's ass?
Yeah, they-
Because I really do it. All right.
They really do, bro. They do. They want to see that bad.
Y'all, if it wasn't close to us having to wrap up the show, I promise y'all I'll choke a Ox out. Matter of fact,
Hey, y'all got insurance on all this? It's gonna be some furniture movement.
Mars,
It's not going to
Mars, you ever had oxtails?
Don't bring me into this.
Have you ever had oxtails? Have you ever had chilled oxtails? Oh, we can make that happen for dinner, y'all.
I like
J Dot has been a member for 14 months. He said the vibes have been at an all-time high today.
Claire, last time didn't we
Dub
bust
panel,
a
dub
hole
chat.
in the wall last time, Claire? You think we won't bust another hole through a wall?
we got these people. Finish what you're doing, Ron. Finish what you're doing.
Last but not least, Bino with the super chat. He said, "Y'all make sure this PC weekend vlogs don't drop 2 years later." They coming, y'all. It's coming quick. I promise you. I promise you. All right, y'all. It has been an amazing show. It's been an amazing day. It's gonna be an even better weekend. We will see you guys soon. Y'all stay locked in, stay tuned, because we're gonna be dropping content very soon. Until then, chill.
Take it light, but take it.
It's over already.
Straight like that.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
What the hell was that? Oh my
Ah! Yo! Hey!
Word ball.